action. เ All right. What's up, y'all? What up, man? I'm back. Got Bunny in the chat, Chris in the chat, Travis in the chat. I guess the rest of y'all sitting in the back not typing nothing. What up, y'all? You ready to get this stream started, man? I think we're gonna jump right into it. We ain't gotta do no big old intro or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, here we go, y'all. Once again, with Ape Escape, man. The PS1 game on the PS5. Day 4. Let's get back into the game, y'all. I can't believe we're like, what, 35% through the game, it said? That's pretty crazy. Well, we're going to the future now. So, as far as what I remember last time. So let's check it out. Oh, yep, here we go. Futurama. Damn, before the show even came out. What was it? When did Futurama come out? Do y'all remember when the show come out? I don't know if it was 1999. Either way, man, here we go. City Park level, man. Let's get it.
I've just finished evaluating the new gadget for the professor, and we've sent it over to you. You'll find it in the training room. As the professor's already told you, if you don't complete the training, you can't advance to the next area. Good luck.
I've never heard her speak before in this game. At least, not this time around. Forgot that she even had a voice.
Let's go!
Okay, so we got an RC car now. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I remember this. Okay, yep. We get it, man. We get it. Alright, come on. It's kind of complicated trying to control the character in the car at the same time. Okay, yep. Perfect. Can I hit the damn enemy? What the hell? Okay, there we go, there we go. Easy enough, man. Pretty straightforward and simple. Oh yeah, we get it. Yeah, it's easy. Oh, I remember that whole, yep. You're in the car and it has that little rainbow effect to it, that iridescent look to it. Why I miss this game, man. It's a nice walk down memory lane, you know what I'm saying?
Spike, something has gone terribly wrong. The professor and Natalie are nowhere to be found. The laboratory has been ransacked and much of the equipment has been destroyed. The apes were here, and I believe they've taken the professor and Natalie away with them. You're now being transported to Spectre's base area. His exact location is unknown. All I can tell you at this time is that his base is an old factory building located in the middle of town somewhere. Spectre's taken it over and is now using it to manufacture weapons. But first, before you head over to the base, find the energy storehouse. The energy storehouse is the heart of Spectre's factory. By destroying this, you'll shut down all the power to his base. The energy storehouse is hidden somewhere within a nearby park. Please hurry! The professor and Natalie may be in great danger. One more thing. The base has a heavy and very powerful security system that will not be affected by the power shutdown. So be careful.
Well, she got a whole lot to say now, don't she? Dang, anyway, we just got a trophy. For all the hard-to-reach places, man, obtain the RC car. That's what's up. Yeah, we built up them gadgets, y'all. I think we got maybe, 2 left to get? And that's it, But yeah, by the way, y'all hit that like on the way in. Alright? Hit the like on the video and sub to the channel, man. Let's get it. I think that, hold on. Yeah, we only need one more gadget and we got them all. That's crazy, okay. Well, since we got the RC car, we're going to put it on. Maybe, let's put it right there. We also need that net back, so yep. Let's get that, let's go. Wait, how many monkeys? 8 of them? Okay, we got this. Now we're actually in a town setting. It's kind of a nice change of scenery, isn't it? All these other levels, man. Especially that last one. I didn't like that shit. The castle level. I could not stand that level, man. So stupid. Are you serious? Come on, bro. Get this thing up out here. Wait, hold on. There we go. Yep, nice. Oh, wait, you can pick up stuff with... Oh, wow. I forgot all about that. Look at that. Nice. I'll be back. What's that gonna do, though, man? I can't get the monkey with him. With the RC car. Can I get him to come up out here? Yeah, run up out there, monkey. There he goes, there he goes. Gotcha. Okay, this is working out, man. I like this car now. Well, so thank God you're streaming. I have work to do. Okay, I got you. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a little bit. Yeah, man. When the first night I played this game, I was like, dude, I miss this game so much. And fun with it. The second night I played it, it was cool, frustrating. And then yesterday was hella frustrating, man. We only got through one damn level in this game. But now, you know, I'm feeling good with it. I'm definitely getting that nostalgia factor back, basically. You know what I mean? And plus this level I like a lot more than the last one. I like the whole dynamics going on here, you know. Like I said, nice change of scenery. That last level, boy. That last level had me fucked up. Oh, what the hell? Shit. Okay, we got bees to worry about now. Where's the music though, man? This level ain't got no music to it. I just noticed it. I just noticed there ain't no song playing. That's crazy. Okay, let's get you next. This monkey in here training for boxing? Yeah, okay. He likes to box, huh? Let me ask y'all, you guys want to see the names of these monkeys, man, before we get them? We can make that happen. Let's see. Some of y'all might be curious who these monkeys are. We got Jax with 2 X's. Sugar Ray Jax. Oh, okay, yeah, like the boxer. Okay. Yeah, we'll try to do that as often as possible. You know what I mean? That you guys can see who we're catching here. Get dumb ass back out. Gotcha. Oh, come on. Come on, bruh. Ridiculous. Oh, get. Damn, we finna die. Oh, shit. Okay, let's be careful here. These fucking camera angles, bro, are so crazy. Hit that monkey. Damn, it blew up on him. Wait, the monkey? No, okay, the monkey did that. He blew my shit up. Get him, get him. Got your ass. See, Bunny said, I hated the last level too. Yeah, dude, it was so annoying. So I'm on a new mission. I'm going to save CRSED. What you mean you're going to save it? You on a new level in the game? I thought that level just, I thought that game had just like matches and stuff, right? Because you don't want to be online and all that. Yeah, we need some health. We need some health ASAP. Can't believe there ain't no cookie jars around here or nothing. What is this? I guess we'll find out in a minute. I would like to get around a little bit quicker than this though, so let me use this for now. Oh, I see that monkey up there. Hold on, hold on. Pretty sure we can knock him down. Let's try it. Man, come hop on down, monkey. Alright, watch this. What? What? Knock him down. Okay, fuck it then. Never mind. Never mind, never mind. Yo, shit, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, man. What's up, Naira? What's up? What's up? Damn, bro. Okay, we got 4 lives left, though. It's all good. That's all good. No, you don't. Stay your onion head ass back. Get all this and that. Oh, boy. Oh, okay, for a second I thought he jumped inside the thing. I'm like, how the hell you clip through that? Get him, man. Shit. See, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, you know what? Yeah, use this. That fat onion head ass thing. Bitch. Okay, we gotta be careful. This thing gonna jump down. Yeah. Yep. Now how we fight this? Take damage and ain't even taking no damage from the car. I wish you could like detonate the car, you know what I mean? Just like, you know, have a trigger on it so it can blow up on the enemy right here, on the boss. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Yeah, we can just sit right here. Guess I wasn't hitting it from the right angle. Come on, man. I'm right on the thing. I'm hitting the spot, right? Yeah, that's what he said. Come on. Alright, well, let's just go up here then. What the hell? Shit. Thing picked me up. When said if something happens to that game, it'll break my heart. What you mean, Ape Escape? Oh, you talking about like when we beat it? Because we gonna beat it. It's gonna happen. It has to. Oh, speaking of which, yo, Bunny, you know we beat last night, and you missed it, man. All y'all missed it. Damn. Except for Travis. Travis was here for that. Okay, we got him. We got him. Take a guess what we beat last night without cheating, without going to the channel and seeing what the last stream was. Take a guess. Let's see what Smoke is. Alcatraz relies on inner strength. Yeah, okay. So much for inner strength, bitch. That's your dumb ass. Okay, I figured that was a door that was gonna open up to something. Yeah, let's go. As far as the monkey goes up top, man, I don't know how to get him. Unless we get up this waterfall. Come on, dog. No, we can't get up there. Never mind, never mind. Yo, can we roll the car up there, though? Let's see. We'll blow up in the water. Oh, yep. Yep, the monk can't make it. Damn. Yeah, okay. Well, now we know. Yeah, I wish I could ride on the back of the car, too. That'd be kind of nice. Oh, this mug making up steps? Look at that. Let's hop down here. Okay, what's going on? What's all this? Okay, we got some elaborate type of stuff going on here, I guess. Everybody said I was there in spirit last night. No, it's all good. But yeah, y'all missed it though, man. What game you think we beat? Oh shit, what the hell? Oh, okay, alright. Hold on. That bitch ass monkey? He was doing that? Yeah, okay. Come on down. Come on down, man. We just waste our ammo now. Alright, we'll figure it out. Yep, AC Shadows. Yep. It's in the books, y'all. It's in the books. That game is finished. I'm still gonna go back and do some other side quests and all that, just because you know the game is fun to me. I did enjoy playing it, but it was weird because the game ended so abruptly. You know what I mean? Like I did not expect that mission to be the last mission of the game, but we did one of those missions for Now Way, her I guess main missions, and that was it, man. We just beat the whole game out of nowhere. That shit definitely caught me by surprise. You said what happened though, as far as like in the story? Assassin's Creed Shadows? Come on, man. Get him up out of here. Yeah, run from the car, monkey. Run from the car. Come on. Oh, wait, we didn't see who this was. Tino holds on to grudges. Okay. You might hate us for this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's so embarrassing. Tell him I couldn't get that monkey. Come on, man. Get the monkey. Oh, see, he ain't that stupid. He knew not to come out here. Come on, monkey. You said in the story? Yeah. Well, oh shit. Her uncle, now his uncle, basically, you know, her dad's brother, whatever. He revealed to her that, you know, he's the one that set up her mom, and probably why the reason she might be dead. Like, there's actually now a question, even if her mom is dead. Because remember, everybody was saying, oh, you know, her mom was a good person, all that stuff, but nobody had like a body as evidence. You see what I mean? But he basically just revealed to Naui that he betrayed her family and betrayed the clan and all that stuff because he felt like there was no point. Oh shit, I forgot to see who that monkey was. My bad, y'all. Anyway, we got a trophy called Pro Catcher. Capture 100 monkeys. It's a gold trophy too. That's what's up. But yeah, he revealed that to her, and then we had the option to either, you know, forgive him or fight him and kill him. And Dante was in the chat last night, and he chose the latter. He was like, okay, let's get this asshole. So we fought him, and we beat him. But by the time we beat him, Noway was like, oh, I feel bad, you know, all this other shit. And so she forgave him. And, you know, he wanted to go look for Noway's mom to see if she's still alive. Because apparently he had a crush on her. But his brother got her first, so, you know, he resented that as well to add it to the whole situation there. But yeah. You know, he had a lot of admiration for Noway's mom, even though he turned around and fucking stabbed her and the whole clan in the back. Just like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, so he wants to go look for, I forgot her name, Suyu, something like that. He wants to go look for her. And now he's like, okay, we're going to do this together. Some family type shit. So, but right after that, man, he walked away and he joined the clan. He joined the allied group. So now he's a part of our team, part of our squad. And right after that cutscene, man, the title came up. I was like, oh shit. You know what that means. As soon as Assassin's Creed Shadows pop up on the screen like that, the credits followed right after that. You know what I'm saying? Credits rolled right up after that, man. And that was it. 2 hours of credits. 2 whole hours of credits, y'all. Can you believe it? 2 hours of credits in that game. Unbelievable. But no, we didn't sit through that shit. Fuck no, we ain't gonna sit through no 2 damn hours of credits and shit. Hell no, not with that bullshit. Now we beat it. Assassin's Creed Shadows is done. As far as the story goes, you know. But yeah, like I said, I was shocked. Real shocked about that. I did not expect to beat that game like that. I knew it was gonna be happening soon. I just didn't know that damn soon. You know what I mean? You said that can't be the end? Yeah, no, there's still stuff to do. For sure, there's stuff to do. Oh, snap, look at this. Oh, boy. Okay, this is going to be kind of tricky. Let's see, can I just fly across? Damn, nope. Oh, yes, I can. Perfect. Perfect. But yeah, there's definitely still stuff to do in that game. So I haven't deleted it yet. It's still in the system. We're going to, you know, do some stuff in it. But, you know, it's time to switch to other games now. Speaking of which, I have something planned for y'all tonight. All right. It won't be the game I play after this, but it'll be a different game. We might hop on 3 different games today, y'all. Let's see. I'll be here with my son by myself today. So yeah, we gonna stream however long we can. I'll just put it that way. Oh shit. Oh snap. Okay, I messed up. Jump. Fuck. I don't know what to do now. Maybe I can get on top of one of these. Come on, man. Wait, what's down here anyway? Oh shit. Okay, never mind. We're good. Why in the hell? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Whatever, dog. It's all good. Set all up. Platform. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, how's everybody doing today, man? How y'all doing today? It's fine Thursday. Come on, man. You can't be serious, bro. Oh, we almost had it. Come on. We can make it back up. We got this. Oh, shit. Damn, hold on. No, man. Come on, man. Oh my goodness, is this like a staircase down? Y'all see that? What is that? Shit, I can't even get to it. We're gonna go back around. Here we go. Back around, man. We're probably gonna have to be doing this a few times. It's not easy. Damn. Travis said, what's better, Ghost of Tsushima or Assassin's Creed Shadows now that you play both? That's a good question. I think overall Ghost of Tsushima is like a better game. You know, because it has a great story as well as great gameplay, right? And it's super freaking immersive. Like, I'll never forget the first time I played Ghost of Tsushima, man. That was during the pandemic. That was during the lockdowns and all that. And, you know, I wasn't one of those people that was afraid to go out. I just was staying home out of fear. But, like, there was really nothing to go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything was closed down. So that game kind of helped entertain me during the meantime. But I'm not a person that really goes out and does a whole lot of shit out and about anyway. At least since I've gotten older. When I was young, it was a different story. But yeah, nowadays I'm like, there's not much out there to do. Maybe a few things here and there, but overall, man, I'm just focused on my goals and shit like that. But other than that, man, yeah, when that game came out, it was so immersive and so amazing to look at. Hella fun, right? Great story and all that too. So, like I said, Ghost of Tsushima is a better game overall. You know, I would say Ghost is probably like a good 9, maybe 9.5 out of 10. And then AC Shadows is maybe like, I don't know, like a 7, 6.5, something like that. You know, AC Shadows ain't that bad. It's a fun game. It's got great graphics and all that. But the story is lacking. The cutscenes are kind of odd to me. The story is just so convoluted. That's the biggest problem with it. Right? At least with Ghost of Tsushima, you know, the story felt very poignant. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that happened in the story felt like it had a purpose. Whereas AC Shadows, it feels like a lot of filler dialogue, a lot of just meaningless bullshit, you know? It's just an odd game, man. It's an odd game. What's his name? Dewan needs to prove himself. You ain't gonna prove yourself today, bitch. Yeah, come on. It's over. Catch him, man. Catch this damn monkey. There you go. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what Ghost of Yote is going to be about, though. A lot of people are not too happy about the fact you got to play as a female lead character. But, you know, as long as the game's good, man, I could care less. And I'm pretty sure that Sucker Punch is going to do a good job with it. You know, because every game they've ever made, at least since Infamous, I played and enjoyed. Sly Cooper, I never got a chance to play that, so I can't really speak on it. But that game was also popular back in the day, so I think Sucker Punch is a solid company. You know, I got high hopes for the game. Speaking of which, they just released the announcement trailer for the release date yesterday. So yeah, we know that game's coming out October 2nd, which lets us know a lot about GTA 6. You know what I'm saying? The trailer came out yesterday for the release date. And now we know more about GTA. At least from my perspective. You know, because usually them kind of games from Rockstar release around the fall. Primarily like in October. So in that case, being that Ghost of Yotei is going to be coming out October 2nd, and most of these companies, at least, you know, for logical reasons, are not releasing their games right around the release of GTA 6, I'm pretty sure that Sucker Punch is doing the same thing. So, you know, by them numbers, man, I could say it's safe to assume that GTA 6 is going to come out after Ghost of Yotei. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Hold on. Whoa, hold up. Get that fucking enemy, dude. Get him. Hurry up. Bust him down. Fuck. Oh, no. Okay, perfect. Get him. There we go. So yeah, speaking of which, when do y'all think that we will see GTA 6 released? Think it'll be this year? You think it'll be next year? What you think? Oh, let's see what his monkey is. Winky, huh? Has no time for girls. I feel that. That's funny. He's like, I'm focused on my goals and ambition, man. All my shit I gotta do. He's like, I'm focused on leveling up. I ain't got no time for no females. I feel that. Oh shit. Is that Winky shooting at me like that? Oh, it's B-Love on the edge from the darkness. On edge from the darkness? Oh, they don't like being in the dark? Well, let's grab both of them and get them up out of here then. You don't want to be here and you don't want to be here either. Oh shit, that was it? Oh snap, look at that. I'll be there. Well, he said, now I want to go out, but I don't have a car and shit. Oh, I understand. It'd be like that, you know. Especially like you might have a car and then one day, you know, run into some issues, it breaks down. Now you don't have a car once again. Yeah, car's a lot to keep up with. A lot of responsibility, a lot of maintenance, a lot of money. You know. A car can be a blessing and a burden at the same time. Let's see. Travis said, with Assassin's Creed, I wish speak more on the alien aspect of the game. What you mean alien? Oh yeah, they call them the Inu or some shit. Oh, what they call that race? That race of people in the game? I forgot. They look like they're humans, but they're not. You know. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, dude, they barely spoke about even the Templars. That wasn't until like the very end of the game they talked about that shit. And Yasuke was the one that was fighting, talking about something. I'm gonna take out all the Templars. Now I never talked once about the Templars the entire game, and she's part of the Assassin League. It's crazy, man. We didn't see shit about that to the very end. Oh, he said it will be released when you say so. I wish. If it was up to me, I'd say come out today. GTA, come out today. You know? So yeah, I wish. Trevor said hopefully around fall holiday season, like you said, but also I wouldn't be surprised if it gets delayed again. Man, I hope not. Like we're gonna wait on it regardless. You know, the game's gonna be good when it comes out. And I'm sure that Rockstar is gonna, you know, see to that. But man, come on, it's been what? It's been 12 years. You know, we've been waiting 12 years for this. I think people are like, yo, like that shit need to come out now, you know? Damn, so the ex-husband took my shit? Damn. Well, you know, I'll say this, when you get cars with people, and let's say both y'all name on it, that's a tough, tricky thing. You separate, and you're like, okay, well, who gets to keep what? You know? That's why divorces are real messy. Especially when you accumulate things together. Start to get assets and whatnot together. Yeah, it makes it real tough. Well, hold on one sec, I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back, man. Appreciate y'all patience. Let's see. Okay, Bunny said, now we accumulated nothing. In addition, he was so happy with his money, bar business, and the love of his life. I just told him forget about it. Damn. Well, you know, sometimes I guess it might be easier to just let go of certain things and just start over. You know, sometimes that's the best option, especially if you don't want to deal with all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Point said I haven't seen him since January 2024. Okay, I understand. Trevor said, bro, I bet they released GTA 5 with GTA 6 graphics. I bet that's why they taking so long as well. GTA 5 got released on 3 different generations of consoles. Yeah, man, they got multiple versions of it. They came out with the original, then like what, a year or two later? Yeah, about a year or two later they came out with the PS4 version. Then they came out with a PS5 version not too long ago. And I think they're releasing something else with that. Like it's come out like at least 3, maybe 4 times. The same damn game too, just with like certain enhancements here and there. So they milking the hell out of that. They're milking the hell out of that game. Let's see. Boney said it was as if I divorced him from myself because he wasn't anywhere to be found. Then he said, see, I learned so much from you guys about game development and releasing. Yeah, there's a lot to it. There's a whole lot to it. You know, it gets pretty complex. You know, especially when you're starting to pay attention to the way these games are, the way these companies operate. It gives you more insight on what to expect, you know. But nowadays, I don't know, they've been doing some strange stuff. Like, just releasing games like super unfinished or games with a lot of issues, games that were half-assed done, you know, not as much care or effort going into it, games with a lot of agenda-based programming in it, a lot of political activism in it. It's kind of like, man, it's games for entertainment, not to fucking make a statement. And if anything, let it make a statement about how great of a company, you know, they are for making a game like this, right? Not like, let's make a statement and stand for something, you know, in the world. It's like, bitch, nobody buys a game to support some type of political cause unless it's like a game about politics, you know. But I don't know, these companies don't get it, man. It's real strange to me. Anyway, let's move forward, y'all. Next level in the same era, I believe, right? Yep, Futurama. Spectre's Factory, y'all. Let's get it.
Let's go!
Alright, hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 minute. Alright, cool. We back, man. We back. I see Bunny said, alright, making the channel with emotes and bots is about to be upon us over here. That's what's up. I actually am curious to see how that works too. So when you get all that set up, Bunny, you know, go through the process, let me know what it was like. Because we got to do something similar for, you know, YouTube channels and all that. Once you monetize, set up memberships and all that type of stuff. I want to customize mine. Let's see. So what is this again? Oh, let me reset this. How do I do it again? Damn it. Let's see. Activate the mailbox, man. Oh, shit. Alright. Will this work? Oh, my goodness. So I gotta get something else then. Get enough tool. Oh, it's by a tank. Okay. Okay, I see. Okay, okay. Targeting, yep. Nice. Okay, cool, cool. Oh shit, let me get this. We're gonna get all these, man. Make sure we get these lives. At least as much as possible. Yeah, blow that shit up, man. Fuck them dudes. Hate them enemies. Travis said game's supposed to be about escapism. Yeah, exactly. You know, something to be immersed in. Because some people like to read books. Some people like to watch TV shows and movies. You know, listen to music and all that type of stuff. And then games is just another form of entertainment. I think it's, if anything, it's a very sophisticated form of entertainment because you interact with it directly, you know? So you basically entertain yourself with it, which is pretty damn cool if you think about it. So with it being one of the highest forms of entertainment, man, there should be a lot of regard, a lot of, you know, regard for how people are going to perceive your game. You know what I mean? Because it's not like a movie where it's like set in stone, straightforward. And even then, people's going to either love it or hate it, right? Like it or not. But when it comes to games, man, the game could be a good concept, but just because it's not done properly, it just fails. You know, so it's very important that they do a good job when they come out with a game, because once it's made, that's it. You know, that's it, man. They could do updates and change some stuff about it and all that. A lot of times they don't. Like, it's very rare to see a game come out upon release that's not good, and then they make it good down the road. You see what I'm saying? That's not common. So let's see. You said nobody trying to hear about the real world agendas and problems unless it's weaved into a storyline in a well-written way. Exactly. Yep. That's what I'm saying. If the game is about, like, you know, fucking, it's a fantasy world with dinosaurs and fucking magic or whatever the hell, why are we talking about woke shit in the game? You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, are you serious? I can't get up there? But yeah, like make it make sense, you know? Shit is just goofy. They got all this agenda-based programming in games for what reason? Come on, you telling me I can't get up there? Alright, so maybe we're supposed to use a tank for something here. Let me see. Yeah, these companies be doing too damn much, man. But I blame it all on fucking, what, Sweet Baby Inc. and their bullshit. Okay, yeah, I figured I'd knock this stuff down. But I think that day and age is coming to an end, though, you know, because these companies are realizing they're going to have to close down or something if they keep going with the bullshit, because people don't want to see it. You know what I mean? People ain't finna spend the money on something to lecture them. You know what I mean? People ain't trying to be lectured and talked down to through playing a fucking game that's supposed to be fun. Just don't make no sense. These games be trying to tell people how to think and shit. Telling them how to think and how to feel. It's just bizarre. Oh, these fucking controls, man, be throwing me off. Boy said, oh yeah, you have to go through this channel to work too. I'm not alone. No, you're not alone, buddy. Yeah, it's cool that we got, you know, basically monetized, became partners, our respective platforms around the same exact time. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, we gotta go through the process. A lot of work to do, man. Like I said, once we got monetized, I told y'all, it ain't over. You know what I'm saying? There's still a lot more to do. But I have no problem doing it because it's just, you know, it's part of the whole thing, man. That's what I signed up for. It is what it is, you know? Gotta make it happen. But yeah, we're gonna make it happen in a real way over here. And we guys have more things to look forward to on the channel, you know? Alright, let's see who this is. Now we blow up a ship. His name is Dreos. I said Oreos for a second. Feeling tough in his tank? Yeah, not so much now, huh? You know, shit up. Where you at? Yeah, let's get. Okay, he running away. Okay. Yeah. It's over, dog. Ooh, you juked me. Come on, come on. Where you gonna go to, monkey? Ain't nowhere to go. Look at him, bitch. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get this fucking monkey. Why I ran right into that? Damn, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Get him. Get him. Oh my god. Y'all seeing this shit? Oh, this monkey's making me look so stupid. And trust me though, these controls ain't easy, y'all. Like, I know it seems like it would be pretty straightforward and easy, but nah. Especially with my fucking messed up analog stick on this controller. It makes it way more difficult. Come on, bro. I'm about to die and shit. See, we need to figure something out here. I should dip out. Let's see, maybe there's something behind here. Let's get back in the tank. Wait, where's my tank? Hold on. Yeah, where the hell is my tank? What the hell? That boat was just right here. Fuck. Alright, let's just go for it. We're gonna try it. Well, I tell you what, this shit. It's aggravating. Come on, man. Anyway, let's catch up with the chat. Travis said the same people that's complaining about these games ain't supporting them. Exactly. Exactly. And that's the biggest factor. You know? If you look at it's kind of ironic too, because like a lot of people talk shit about a game and say how trash it is, but never have played it. But at the same time, there's a reason for that. Because first impression is everything. If people don't think your game is going to be good and they don't think it's worth buying, they'll never give it a chance in the first place. Oh my god. Anyway, that's why on Xbox, you know, they're kind of winning in a way. Because let's just say, you know, a game comes out. A lot of games are day one Game Pass. It comes out. You got a Game Pass subscription. You can now play any game you want to that's on there. You know what I mean? And you ain't got to buy it. So PlayStation has something similar. They do have games that come out for free. PlayStation Plus. But it's not all of them. For example, the Oblivion remaster just came out like what, yesterday or the day before, right? And you know, if you have an Xbox and you have Game Pass, you can play that shit right now without spending any extra money. Whereas on PlayStation, if you want to play it at all, you have to spend $50. See what I'm saying? And let's say you buy it and don't like it, well now you're stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the downside to that. Get your ass up out this shit, dog. Can we blow this up? So yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. What it comes down to, you know, you got to make your game look appealing in the first place, because otherwise ain't nobody gonna buy this shit. You know, come on, dog. All right, let's get our aim together here. Wait a second. Oh my god. There we go. We're about to get him. That's it. That's it. Come on. Who is this Big Show? He's a mean back itch. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, has a mean back. I thought he said he's a mean back itch. I was like, what the fuck? Yo, that shit. Yeah, I was gonna say in the kids game they talking like this. Let's get Big Show, man. Come on. Oh my god. These fucking monkeys. Smack that bitch. The AI is actually pretty good in this game, man. For as old as this game is, the AI is pretty on point. It's over, bitch. Got you. Okay, Travis said along with movies and comics. Oh yeah, I forgot about the comics and manga. Been out selling comics for years. Yep. That's because they know what the fans want. There's nothing wrong with a game company pandering and catering towards the fans. Don't make a game that everyone's going to love. Make a game that you know your audience wants. You know, because not every game is for everybody. You know what I mean? So if you try to make a game that's going to please everybody, it's like, well, you can't. It's just impossible. So now you got this in the game and that bullshit over there and this and that. And it's like, it's just a confused ass game. That's what you end up with. A game that has no identity because it's just trying to be everything. You know? Yeah, we in this together, buddy. Travis said, buddy moving like Bubbles, the monkey from DBZ. Oh yeah, that last monkey was going after. Shit, really all these monkeys, man. Some of them would just be sitting around chilling, but a lot of them just be moving too damn much. Too much, man. Too much. Let's see who else. Oh yeah, we got 3 else to get. Asshole. Travis said, you also get discounts off games on Game Pass as well? I did not know that. See, that would be one reason why I would buy an Xbox, but outside of that, yeah, not really. Don't care too much for it, you know. But I mean, shit, if I can get one cheap for like maybe $300, something like that, maybe I might get it. It's just there's so many games I got on PlayStation to beat and finish. It's kind of like, you know, it's a time issue more than anything else if you think about it. Because let's say if I spend money on something and I never fucking use it or rarely ever use it, then I just feel like I wasted my money, you know? Especially getting something like Game Pass, man. I'll be paying on that per month and just never even utilize it. But no, to be fair, outside of everything else that Xbox has done wrong, I would say Game Pass is probably one of those things that's definitely worth it. Because I remember when they first came out with that shit, I was like, wow, that's a great idea. I don't know why the hell Sony doesn't just copy that idea. There ain't nothing wrong with that. They just make something similar. We already got fucking PlayStation Plus. Just make the games available like that, you know? Should I spend like almost $200 a year? PlayStation Plus. It's like $170 or some shit. And the prices are going up, so yeah. I'd like to see something like that. Okay, yep, the tank. Blow them up, man. Blow them up, hurry up. Come on. We're trading blows, there we go. Got his ass. It's over for you, ho. It's over. Give up, bitch. Okay, nice. Well, now we got, what, 5 left? 5 monkeys left to get. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. All right, y'all, I'm back, man. Appreciate the patience. Let's see, Travis said, I feel you, I got hella games in my collection. That's why I don't have a PlayStation. Okay, I got you, yep. Yeah, especially if you got games that you haven't beaten before, but you want to, and you know they're going to take up your time, and then, you know, let's say you only have so much time in the day to play them. It's kind of like, yeah, I get it. I totally understand why people ain't buying a lot of new stuff nowadays, you know. That's why I'm kind of shocked with this whole Nintendo Switch situation, because I don't know if it's like maybe they didn't have enough consoles or what was going on. But, I mean, at the same time, maybe I'm not surprised that they sold out, you know, because apparently, like, super fast. I don't even know how long, but quickly after the pre-orders went live, they sold out, you know. And that's because, you know, some people got money that they don't mind spending. You know what I mean? $450 for a console ain't a whole lot to some people, I guess, for a console like that. You know, when you compare it to the PS5, obviously it's cheaper than buying one back in 2020 and Xbox as well. Especially when you think about PS5 Pro and then maybe whatever the 6 is going to cost. But, you know, for me, the reason why I'm not fucking with Nintendo on this stuff is, for one, I really don't like a lot of the games they're coming out with. And for two, I don't like their business practices. You know, the way it came out of pocket like this, charge all this money. For me, I'm looking at like this, right? Some people might say, oh, it's not going to affect you because you're not going to buy a Nintendo anyway. It's like, no, you don't have the whole scope of it. Because think about it like this. Now, I've said this before, but if Nintendo charges $80, $90 for their games and people accept that, then it's not going to be anything for PlayStation or Xbox to charge that much for their games as well. You know, because why wouldn't they? If you see a game that's coming out now, I mean, look at Ghost of Yotei. That game is going to be $70 on release, but who's to say that maybe the next game that Sucker Punch comes out with another, 3 or 4 years from now is not going to be $80 or $90, you know? So they're really inching up, man, trying to get away with charging more for their games. And my thing is this, if the game is worth it, that's one thing. But, you know, you got to look at it like this. When you're buying a bunch of different games over the course of time, because people get bored with shit, they want to buy something else, they want to get something new, you know, it makes it more of a hesitation for people when they see that $90 price tag. Because they're like, damn, that's almost $100. Because $70 is already a lot, right? You know, if you're buying a game every month or like every couple months, that shit can add up. You could be spending a couple hundred, maybe a couple $1,000s a year on video games, you know? And it is an expensive hobby, and I do understand, like, if you don't have the money, then, you know, then it is what it is. But let's say you have the money, because there's people who are wealthy that still don't want to pay more for a game or for anything just because they have the money, right? You know, you look at somebody and they're like, no, I'm not paying that much for that. And they're like, but what do you mean? You're a millionaire. You got the money? It's like, yeah, but it's the principle of it. Like, why would I spend that much money? Excuse me, why would I spend that much money for something like that when I can get something else of equal value cheaper? You know? I just look at it like it's the principle, man. And I really don't want it to wave over in the fucking PlayStation what they got going on, and next you know I'm spending more money on the games when I don't even want to fuck with that, you know? Travis said I'll get a PS9 if it works like how it did in the commercial. Wouldn't that be something? Dude, the fucking PS9, bro, that was bizarre. And wasn't that for like, what, the PS2 commercial? It was technically supposed to be like a PS2 commercial or something like that. I mean, imagine that. Imagine having a augmented reality type game system that can like basically put nanobots inside you, and then you hear the music inside your head. You can smell and sense all the stuff in the game, all the feedback, and, you know, that'd be some crazy shit. But who knows, maybe one day. Because by the time PS9 comes out, man, let's do the math. That's probably going to be, okay, it's going to be in like another 3 after the 6. And the 6 is going to come out probably around 2027. So maybe PS7 will come out in the year of 2035. Yeah, maybe like 2035 or 2036. Something like that, you know. So yeah. Yeah, after that, man, you know what? We do 2 more shit. It's going to be probably around the year 2050. 2050 something, if I had to guess. You know what I mean? So yeah, that who knows? By then they might have some shit like that when PlayStation 9 comes out. You know what I mean? Boy said, or in the chat, have you ever made emotes? Emotes, as my dad calls them. Emotes? Oh. No, I've never made them before, actually. I never had to make them. But I'm pretty sure there's like software out there you can use. You know, my starting place for anything like that is always YouTube. Like anytime I'm trying to figure out how to do anything, before I even Google stuff, if I know it's like something I need to see a process of, I go to YouTube first, you know? And then if I need like detailed information about it, like stuff I need to learn, certain stuff that I probably couldn't find in a video, then I Google it. You know what I'm saying? That's my go-to. No, I wish I could help with that. I have no idea how to make those. That's why I'm hoping to learn through you, through your process, and where you can fill me on what's up. But no, I would start on YouTube for sure. Travis, it was probably the core audience that put in those pre-orders. Yep, exactly. Because look, I mean, let's say there's like 300 million people that are interested in a Nintendo Switch worldwide, right? But they only have maybe like, what, a million? You know what I mean? Let's just say out of those 200 or 300 million people that want to buy it, maybe half of them are saying, well, no, because if it's going to cost that much and the game's going to cost that much, then I ain't going to buy it. We still got, 100 million. Even if you have millions upon millions of people that want to buy the system and they have the money for it, if you only have so many consoles available, then of course it's going to look like it's sold out hella fast. And I've seen some companies too do that type of tactic, to manipulate the market in a way, and not like the actual financial market, but like the market of people's minds, their personal market, and make it to where like they say, and diamond companies do this too. They hold back the supply to make it seem like, okay, their shit's more in demand and they can charge as much for it. So yeah, if they have only so many consoles available, less than what the demand is, then they could very easily look like, oh, it's super popular, it's selling out. Because this is one dude here on YouTube, man. Not like his content. He seems like a nice guy, right? For the most part, I like the stuff he talks about. But when this whole Nintendo Switch situation popped up, man, he started to me, felt like he was grifting and shilling for Nintendo hella hard. And, I ain't gonna knock it because I get it. He has a channel. He wants to get sponsorships and stuff like that. So there is an incentive to talk highly about these companies and kind of pander to them and kind of kiss their ass a little bit. So I get that. But me, I'm a little different. And maybe, maybe that's his honest opinion, but I'm not going to say that something is great when it's not, just in the hopes that I get some type of fucking handout or kickback. You know what I mean? Of course, it's great to get and to have, but no, man, my integrity means a lot to me. So I'm never going to sit on here and say, yeah, you should get Nintendo no matter what, man. Fuck it. Who cares if it's charging that much for the games, man? If you ain't got the money, then just don't buy it. Head ass. Like, no, I'm not going to say that, but that's kind of like the whole vibe of what he was putting out there, saying, well, if you don't want it, don't get it. If you ain't got it, then don't get it, type shit. It's like, well, what if I have enough, but only just enough, and I don't want to just spend all my money on some shit like that when I really don't have to, Like, I would support the company if they was being fair about it. And I think that's a big lesson in business, man, because a lot of people are not business owners, But speaking from my experience with business, I'll say this. When you make a product or a service or anything that you're selling to the public and you charge them money for something, you want to make it fair to the people, Now, it's different if someone just giving you money for whatever reason. But if someone's like buying something from you, right, there's an exchange of value, it has to feel fair. And if anything, the company is supposed to, especially a company that's well established, is supposed to offer more value than what they're charging. That's how you keep the customer happy. Because if a person buys something and they feel like they got their money's worth and then some, then the chances of keeping that customer for a long term is very high. And they might even buy other shit just out of just the fact of, hey man, like I really appreciate this thing that they had available to me. I got it at a very decent, fair price. And you know what? I can part with some more money. So they might end up spending more money than they would have if you just gouged them and say, you know what? I know you don't want to spend as much money on the game, but this is how much it costs. And then that person will turn around and say, okay, well, I'm going to buy it, but it's the only fucking thing I'm going to buy from you. I'm only going to buy this one thing, and I'm going to be happy with that, and everything else, fuck it. That's how it be. Let's see. But the rest of the chat said, Trev said, as far as the rest of the world will see, folks ain't fucking with the pricing. The only people messing with the changes are fans. Exactly. Yep. Hardcore fans, man. Yeah, that dude was all giddy to see that Nintendo Switch sold out. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, what do you expect? And first of all, it's a brand new console, the first new console in 5 years of any kind. I mean, maybe PlayStation Pro, but I don't count that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't count that. So this is the first, like, so-called next-gen console. You know, the latest and greatest thing that's out. And, of course, it's going to sell out, man. Even PS5 Pros were selling out, especially that fucking 30th anniversary edition. But see, they only had, like, what, 12,300 of those? So right there off rip, you know that it's going to be super hard to get one of those. You know what I mean? But Nintendo they'll make more Nintendo Switches. There'll be more Switch 2s out there. You know, the question is how well will it sell? So nobody gives a fuck that it's sold out on the first day of pre-orders. What really matters is how well will this console sell over the lifetime of it. Really, I guess we could look at like what, when it actually comes out, June 5th or something like that. You know, we'll see how many people get it once it actually comes out and there's more available. You know, because when the games are that expensive, man, and people can't afford to get them games, it's kind of like, shit, I might as well just get a PS5, get a used PS5 or used Xbox Series X, get a Game Pass, play the games for free, and not even ever buy a game, you know? So yeah, like Travis said, man, we'll see. You said I believe in remaster only $50? Yep. Which ain't bad if you think about it. But still, you know, it's easier to get on Xbox if you got Game Pass because you know you ain't got to spend nothing extra. And I've thought about getting Oblivion, but it ain't really in my budget right now, you know? I would play it, but yeah, it ain't in the budget right now. Like you said, you sound just like my dad. What you mean? Sure, said they sell an old ass Zelda game for 7 years ago for $70. Exactly. Yeah, no, without the DLC. I think you meant to say without the DLC. Yeah, like you don't get none of the extra content with it, and they're charging more for it. So that means if you want to get that DLC, you know, if they have it available, then you're gonna have to spend that money extra again. So you're gonna be paying like $100 for that game. You know, which is more than what you would have spent 7 years ago. On the same ship, just what, some minor enhancements, some graphical improvements, some performance improvements, which is nice. You know, but there's games that come out on the PS4 and then years later come out on the PS5 just because, you know, new console, they want to enhance it, upgrade it, shit like that, remaster it and all that. And a lot of the games, man, especially if you own the game already, you only got to spend $10 to get the little upgrade. You know, some people have a problem with it, and some companies actually like don't charge that much money. Some companies just come out with the little update, the PS5 version for free, which I appreciate. But hey, man, if it's worth it to me, $10 ain't so bad. When you're talking about, okay, I'm charging $10 more for the game initially, maybe even $20 more for the game, and now the extra shit that you wanted before is also going to be like another $10, $20. Damn, I done bought damn near a whole game over again, you know? Like I said, okay, well, you are an artist and helped me get back to streaming when I was in Dark Place, so I'm going to give you an artist badge. Oh, thank you, buddy. Talking about your Twitch channel? Yeah, I'm gonna have to utilize that. I appreciate you saying that, buddy. I mean, listen, it's unofficially my intent to like kind of make y'all happy. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I want to definitely entertain y'all, but if I bring you some type of joy along with that, that's great. That's like a bonus to me, you know? Especially if there's something that you might learn from me, something that might give you a new perspective on things or just a different way of looking at stuff. I love to hear about that, man. Most definitely. What is that meaning? When you show up in my Twitch chat, your name will have a special blue paint brush done on your artistry. Okay. I figured that's what you meant. That's what's up, buddy. Appreciate that. Yes, I did use your musical artistry to lead me to my destiny, so you are now my Twitch artist because I said so. Done. Nice. Nice. Thank you, buddy. Charles said, Reggie ain't there no more to help regulate pricing. They charging ninjas for a demo game. Exactly. What that shit called? The Nintendo. It's like a manual, right? The Switch 2 manual, so-called interactive manual. They charging, I don't know how much, maybe like $20, maybe $10. for it. But it's more money than people would have originally wanted to spend. But see, they're looking at it like, yo, we could make some money off this. Because look, it may be only $10 to you and me if we were to get it, hypothetically, right? But, you know, to Nintendo, if everybody that buys a Switch 2 by default buys the little manual thing just because they feel like they want it and have to have it, if you got 10 million Switch 2 sales for $10 more, you get this shit, man. They done made, what, $100 million more? You know what I mean? Just off of that. So, it's a money grab, man. Nintendo's being greedy. And even the dude, what's his name, Reggie, though? Maybe we're thinking about the same person. I just never remembered his name. But the dude that looks like he's kind of like maybe mixed, he looks like he's maybe Samoan or something. You know what I'm talking about? The dude that used to be the former, like, president of Nintendo. I forgot his name. He's got kind of a complicated last name, but yeah. He came out even on a podcast and was like, yo, Nintendo's being greedy. Like, they overcharge and people don't like that. So this is the dude that worked for them. He was in charge of them and shit. Okay, you said, yeah, that's Reggie. Yeah, isn't that something? Like, when the dude that was in that position before said that, that's a big deal. And he even said, too, that he had, like, arguments and, like, disagreements with some of the people that were also in high positions in Nintendo about, like, yo, you needed to put this in. Like, when he talked about Wii Sports, he said, you should just include that with the system. And they were like, no, we want to charge for it. And he's like, no, it needs to be free. You know? Because, look, when a person buys something, they get the little extra bonuses like that, it makes them feel better about buying it. You don't want somebody to begrudgingly buy something for you. You see what I'm saying? Just like I was talking about earlier. You don't want somebody to be in a position in their mind where they feel stupid, feel like they've been taken advantage of for spending money with you. You know? They're like, man, I really don't want to spend this much money on this shit because I don't feel like I'm getting my money's worth, but I just really want to have it. So they're basically saying, I want it so much that I don't care about spending the money, but I do care at the same time. Like, I'm mad that I'm doing this. You know, which sounds crazy, but that's just how, you know, that's how consumerism works. So it's all about emotion. Even though I preach logic a lot on this channel, and I preach common sense and just thinking about things from a more of a truth-based perspective. When it comes to business, man, that shit kind of goes out the window because the public don't care about like what's mathematically logical. Because a lot of people are very impulsive. A lot of people go based on how they feel. You might today say, "Fuck this, I'm not going to mess with it," but then another day you just say, "You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it." You know, you could be in a totally different mood. And you just go ahead and do something you wouldn't have done a few days prior. So, if you want as much money as possible, it's better to make somebody feel like they're getting their money's worth out of it, rather than being mad at the fact that they have to buy this thing. They're like, well, I gotta have it. Especially when you think about parents, you know, and they want to satisfy their kids, right? Make their kids happy. They're gonna be like, well, damn, it's hurt my pockets, but I want my kid to have what they want because I want this for them. Now it's like it creates a bad relationship between the customer and the company. That's all I'm trying to say. I know I kind of maybe complicated the explanation for y'all, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. Let's see. You said, yeah, it said Charging Ninjas for a demo game that shows you how the console works. That's stupid as fuck. Exactly. Which is not even like really a game inherently. Like Wii Sports was actually a game. This manual that Nintendo's selling for the Switch 2 is not even a game. It's interactive, but as far as we know, it's not like an actual game with objectives and, you know, like moments, like a story to it and all that type of shit. Like, it's just it's an interactive manual, basically. And also, too, what's even crazier is like, you're charging somebody, you know, they almost kind of need anyway, right? That's diabolical. That's actually diabolical. That is the definition of diabolical if you think about it. That's evil as fuck. You know, because I'm sure most people can figure out how to use a Nintendo Switch 2 without it. But, you know, not everybody is that smart. Not everybody takes the time to go find out through other means. You know, they go through the easiest channel optional, right? Is that the right word? The easiest, yeah. They go with the easy option. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm trying to say. And, you know, charging for something like that is just diabolical. That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Because people trying to figure out how to use their system. People go through the path of least resistance, as they say. You know, so they don't want to have to go and look it up online or have to go watch a video about it on someone's channel or wait till somebody says, here's how you use Nintendo Switch 2. Here's how you do this and here's how you do that. They want it all in one place, easy to figure out. So, yeah, when you sell them something like that that should have been included, that's diabolical, straight up. Oh, we love you too, buddy. Definitely I do for sure. Appreciate you. Travis said the Wii U did terrible. Yeah, it did. And imagine if they tried to charge for all that shit too on top of it. They would have sold even less consoles. Let's see. Buddy said no matter what, you always bring me joy, Oren. Oh, thank you very much. I can say the same, likewise. But yep. I'm pretty sure most people agree with that. And I'm sure somebody's going to disagree. You know, it's just life. But I think in general, the consensus is that people don't like the fact that Nintendo's charging all this for their games, their accessories, the damn console, you know what I mean? It's bananas. And pun intended, man, since we're playing a monkey game. That shit is bananas, man, straight up. I don't know how the hell we gonna get this. Yeah, no clue. Yeah, the only people that ain't gonna agree with me are the people that are like shilling and grifting for Nintendo, or the people that just have so much money that they don't care about spending it. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Andrew? I know your ass meant to do that. Banana punching. What? Unintended, yep. It's bananas that Nintendo's charging as much for this shit. Are you serious? The shit made it through the fence? Watch how when I shoot this mug, this ain't gonna go through. Hold on, let me see. Watch this. If it goes through, man, I'm gonna be... Oh, okay, it goes through. Okay, I'm about to say. Bitch ass monkey. Okay, alright, we got it, man. We got it. Let's see here. By the way, Ventures, how's the reporting stuff going on? Oh, shit. I know you was talking about doing it yesterday. Come on, man. Alright, let's not fuck with all that. Let's just do this. These damn camera angles, man. There we go. Now let's drop it off, come back. There we go. Okay. Rancho said, I literally just got finished with the song from my Disturbed album. That's just going to be really messed up. Like, I don't think you should check it out. You might look at me different. Well, why would you put something out that you think that people are going to judge you for? Or at least if you're worried about it, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you, listen, I'll put it like this. If you're going to make something to put it out to the public to so-called consume and either enjoy or dislike and either have a negative opinion of you or a good opinion of you, you have to be okay with it either way, you know what I'm saying? You can't be worried about how it's going to be interpreted if it's something you just decide to go ahead and release, you know? Yeah, like, listen, I'll put it like this. If anybody cares a lot about what people think when it comes to something they're doing or has going on, then maybe put some type of thought into like how you're going to go about it to where you don't have to worry how it's going to be received. You know what I mean? But if you're okay with the project and you're okay with how it comes out, then yeah, don't trip off how it's going to be, judged or looked at. You know what I'm saying? You got to make peace with that, Vantrez. And not just him either. That goes out to anybody. Anything you do, especially something creative, you got to be okay with however it's received. You know? And don't ever take nothing personal. Always look at it like a learning experience, especially if somebody's got some type of critiques or criticism. Always take from it what you can and leave all the negativity out of it, Like if somebody, I told y'all this before, man, if somebody's hating on your stuff and they talking shit about your stuff just because they just, want to be nasty and mean, then you could disregard that. But if there's some value in something they're saying, then take from it what you can and leave the rest alone, That's basically the point I'm making. Okay, let's see. I like this level, man. It's pretty straightforward, we just use RC car. Yeah, I like this. I'm digging it. Oh, shit. Okay, go to the next one. That was close. No, motherfucker, bro. All right, how many lives we got now? 6? Oh, we're good. Unfortunately, I gotta do this again, damn it. Let's see who's around here. We got Urkel. Yo, no way. We got Urkel. Totally screwed up, huh? Urkel is totally screwed up, y'all. Who else? Is he the only one? Yep, looks like it. Okay. Wait, where's he at anyway? Let me see. You see what I mean? What's up, Avery? What up? What up? Welcome back. Yeah, is everybody over being sick now, though? Because I know a lot of people in the chat was sick. I be forgetting to ask about that. Everybody good today? Y'all good, man? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, what the fuck is going on here? I didn't realize the platform was moving, boy. That's crazy. Let's see. When you say any press is good press, I mean, that's what they say, you know, all publicity is good publicity. But I think it depends. Some scandals are kind of bad, you know. Some things can make you look pretty bad out in the public. In the court of public opinion, as they say. Avery says, sorry I'm late, I was doing my chores, all good. Yeah, you ain't early, but you ain't too late. So, you know, there's that. And all late. Level-minded, thank you. I think you guys can kind of perceive that about me. Let's see. Avery said, I only made someone cry once. I felt bad about it, but oh well. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it after the fact, maybe other than apologize, especially if you feel bad about it. You know? Because there's no sense in feeling bad about something and then not saying, well, I'm like, if you feel bad about doing something, but you're not willing to own up to it and try to make amends, then it's just really no point. You might as well just not care, you know? But if you feel bad about doing something, there's something you did and you feel bad about it, you should try to say, you know what, let me extend the apology at least. Whether that person accepts it is up to them, but at least you made the effort to try to right your wrongs, you know what I mean? Yeah, we got Nair in the chat. Avery says she loves metal, that's what's up. Venture says, I don't know if you've actually listened to my music, but if you have, you would know most of my shit is pretty normal. But this is an experimental rock album. Okay. Well, I mean, the one song you made on the Girlfriend album thing, I think that was pretty tame. You know? But I see where you get your influences from. You know what I mean? Like when you talk about Juice WRLD a lot, I could definitely see that. You know what I mean? But no, everybody got their own style, you know? I think it's a good thing. Especially if you can gravitate towards somebody's style. Because look, everybody that makes music, despite the fact that we all have our own style when it comes to making songs and whatnot, we do get our influences from somewhere. You know, because we're not the first people ever to make music. So there's, even if you're like not even consciously aware of it, there's music that we've heard most of our life that has influenced what we do now, right? And not everybody makes music, but for the ones who do, you got your influence from somewhere, you know? And whatever and whoever it came from, it's all a good thing, because if the inspiration wasn't there, then I wouldn't be making nothing, let alone making good stuff. Okay, Avery's not sick no more, that's what's up. She said, I'm not apologizing to a bitch who cheated on my brother, but either way, I still felt no bad. Okay, well, I mean, don't feel bad in that case. You might as well not feel bad, you know? Venture says, most of my music, I'm not really trying to talk about messed up stuff like murder. Well, I mean, I talk about it, but I don't go into detail like I do with this album. Okay. Said, because there is a difference between normal rap talk and actual messed up shit. No, I agree with that. I've heard some music out there where I was like, yo, I'm not listening to this bullshit. Straight up. I'm not gonna say that's what your music's gonna be like, but I've heard music that was just talking about unnecessary stuff. You know, it's one thing to have like a message, maybe a learning lesson in the song, like it's talking about messed up stuff, but it's like more of a warning than like glorifying it. But I've heard music where people are straight up talking about like almost as if you should be doing this type of stuff. You know, like, yeah, it's what I do and that's what I'm gonna keep doing. It's like anybody that stepped to me, blah blah, is what it is. It's like, what? Like, okay now. And it's not even talking about like no self-defense type stuff. It's talking about some, we go and just take people out. I'm just like, what the hell is this supposed to be? You know what I mean? It's a bunch of garbage, straight up. Because you got young folks who are impressionable, like I always tell y'all. They listen to that bullshit and they just take after it. They're like, oh, that sounds fun. Or they start to think like, oh, my life is kind of already negative or bad. A lot of people grow up in bad living situations. and they find something to relate to or gravitate to, and if something's like a little bit feels a little bit familiar to them, then everything else that they talk about could also run their mind into a bad direction, you know. So Ventures, let me tell you this, man. Not that you have to, and not that you're necessarily responsible for this, but you have to be aware of the influence you have when it comes to making music, especially music that you make with lyrics. There are going to be people that you hear your song and will be influenced by it. They hear any music you make. So I'm not saying you have to, take it serious, but I'm saying consider the fact that, there is some level of responsibility when it comes to music, at least personal responsibility. I don't think people will be held accountable for stuff if somebody else does something as a result of listening to their shit. But, just on a personal level, be aware of what you're putting out. You know what I'm saying? Be aware of who gets exposed to it, because it's not your job to parent kids and keep them from listening to certain things. But, basically what I'm saying is if I was you, I wouldn't put out stuff that could negatively influence people, because that should never be the goal. Even if it's adults that could be negatively influenced. You see what I'm saying? Now, what the fuck are we supposed to do with this platform, though? I can't get this shit fast enough. Try something here. Yeah, 'cause this car ain't doing shit. This car ain't doing a damn thing. Let me see. Yeah, okay, we'll have this out. Come on, dog. What the fuck? I like how they got the numbers there, too. I guess they'll let me know in which order I should do them. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Come on. Shit taking too long. Okay, let's go, let's go. There we go, man. We got it. Perfect. Okay, so that worked out. And we got another life. Okay. Bunny said it's so great to be back here with you guys. Facts. I agree. Benja says Avery shouldn't feel bad for that girl. She did him wrong and probably fucked him up. I know you're young, but once you experience heartbreak for the first time, you won't feel bad. Yep. That's why I was like, if it's something that if you feel like you was justified in doing it, Avery, then don't feel bad about it. I'm not telling you whether you were right or wrong for whatever you did, but you know better than I do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, if you're not willing to apologize, like I said, don't feel bad about it. Just I wouldn't just go around doing it to people just to do it. But if you felt like it was a purpose in what you did that made you feel bad, then maybe maybe just let it go. Because why deal with any type of guilt or anything on your mind or on your heart when ultimately, really, you're not trying to resolve it. You see what I'm saying? You just gotta make peace with yourself about it and be like, well, I did this and maybe I shouldn't do it again, but it's what it is, I think y'all get what I'm saying, though. What the fuck is this thing? Get this shit up out here. What is it? We got Future Space Robots in this bitch now? We got Resner. Partied late last night. Oh, okay. You must have a hangover or something. That's gonna be easier to catch you then. Your dumbass. Fuck this fucking robot, dude. Okay, let me get back a little bit here. Let me get back. Here we go. Perfect. And we need that health. Alright. Let's see. Avery says, see, if I were to make music, it would be inspired by 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Kanye, and whatever I listened to when I was younger. My parents listened to it. So, yeah, okay. I feel you. Bunny said, heartbreak has made me a Twitch streamer who found the love of her life in CRSCD F4AD. That's what's up. And look, I told y'all this before as well, right? Just because bad things happen in your life doesn't mean that your life has to end up being bad. You see what I mean? There's going to be bad shit that happens to everybody. Nobody makes it through this life unscathed, all right? Now, I can say that with definitive facts, man. That's a guarantee that nobody's going to make it through life with no issues ever. Everyone's going to run into some type of issue or trouble, even if it's self-inflicted. Whether it's unforeseen events or something you did, a choice you made, whatever it may be, something that somebody else did, There's always going to be some type of difficulties in life. Sometimes situations are really damn bad. But at the end of the day, you always got to find a silver lining. Even if it's only the fucking lesson you learn from it. You see my point? You may sit there and be like, damn, what good came out of the situation? Nothing. Well, yeah, there is. Did you learn something from it? You see what I mean? Like, did you learn something? And I'm sure 100% of the time, people learn something from something bad. Either something they did or something that happened to them. There's always something to learn. Even if it's just like a small thing, there's always something to learn. So the way you move forward will determine, future outcomes, basically. Like what? Because you don't want to suffer unnecessarily, right? So if you went through something that was really shitty or fucked up or whatever it may be, right? Whether you got sick from something or heartbreak like we was talking about, anything. You lost something, it doesn't matter what it is. You have to take a lesson from it. That way you can avoid it down the road in the future, or at least you can mitigate it. You know how to deal with it easier. You know how to like handle situations better. That's basically it, man. Avery said, "Hangover, what's that?" Well, I mean, you too young to even worry about it. So she's like, "I'm gonna Google it." Yeah, I ain't even gonna go there. Boy said, CRSCD FOAD game, love of my life. There you go. Oh, you for real didn't know what that was? I mean, I guess that's a good. He's the most innocent child I've ever met, an angel. I mean, there's definitely children that have displayed some bad behavior, and I think Avery is not too, she's not too bad. She's got a feisty attitude, but that's most people nowadays, I guess. Let's see. Avery said, I've heard that too often, I want to be young forever. Don't we all? Shit. Don't we all want to be young forever, man? That'd be nice. Man, that would be nice. Nair said Avery's a nice and sweet girl. That's why we bestie. There you go. Benja says, I hear you and everything, but just because someone's going through something worse and making it work doesn't mean that everyone can just automatically do that. I just say they automatically can. You know, but like I said, it's up to you how you want to go about it. If you want to actually, you know, throw in a towel and give up, or if you want to keep pushing. But no, nothing happens automatically for nobody. You know what I mean? Shit, because the people that are going through something bad and they find a way to make it work, I guarantee you it wasn't easy. I guarantee you it wasn't easy. You know? Nobody said that. But that's why I said, and I'm going to keep saying this, it's all about what's worth it to you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about your perspective on things and how you look at it. You know? Because some people, man, will give up over something small. I've heard situations of dudes ending it all just because their wife cheated on them. And they threw their whole life away for it. You see what I'm saying? Now, from my perspective, that's not worth just crashing out over and just saying, fuck everything, I'm done. But I'm not them. You know, and unfortunately, I'll say this as well. A lot of people are very fragile and weak-minded. You know, and something small that may, you know, not really be a big deal to certain people may destroy and devastate others. You see my point? And, you know, I'm not going to say like they were bad or wrong for doing that unless they did something bad to other people. But I'll just say like, well, maybe that's just how they felt. But I always tell y'all this too, man. Feelings are very deceiving and they're fleeting too. That's why there's fucking times where people will see something and laugh at it and other people might cry at a situation. You know what I mean? Some people will get made fun of and they crash out over it. And some people get made fun of and they laugh along with the jokes. You see what I'm saying? So everyone's different, man. I'm not going to sit here and judge nobody for how they handle stuff, but I will tell you that there is a better way to handle things than some ways that people go about it, you know? Especially when the way you handle certain things have bad outcomes. Maybe that's not the best way to go about it, you know? Maybe that's not the best way to handle stuff. And I'm not talking about nobody in particular, I'm just saying in general. Some people do real dumb shit as a response or as a reaction of certain things. And, you know, it's just not wise in my opinion. But I understand it. I definitely understand it. Because feelings will drive you up the wall. The way you feel can determine your heart rate, your blood pressure. And I'm not talking about like the way you feel physically, like, oh, I'm uncomfortable, my back hurts, or my head hurts. I'm talking about your emotions, your internal emotions. How you emotionally feel about something can, like, you know, make you do some shit that really you would not normally do. So I get it. Let's see. Oh, that's nice, Avery. She said Nair is the prettiest, nicest girl I've ever met. She's my bestie. That was nice to say. Yep, Nair like that. There you go. See y'all getting along, man. It's good to see. Avery said no one situation I experienced was really bad. Dog fight with 2 pits and a golden retriever. He almost died on my dogs. Really fucked me up. Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. So I understand. I hear you. Pedro says, think about it this way. If someone were to become a vegetable tomorrow and they couldn't move, speaker here, be honest with me, do you think they would want to live? I mean, that is a good question. And what sucks about a situation like that is you can't tell what's going on in their head. Because if they're in that state of mind, man, they're stuck. I mean, look, I'll put it like this. My dad, when he was getting ready to pass away, so he had a whole bunch of strokes when he last went to the hospital, right? And, you know, I think he lived for maybe about 2 months after this happened. Yeah, so he had a whole bunch of strokes because he went to the hospital. His blood pressure was chronically high because my dad liked to eat a lot of soul food and shit. You know, black dude from the South, grew up on that kind of food. And even when he got older and had some health problems, he every now and then would still want to eat that stuff. Now, when it came to him being diabetic, he didn't eat sweets hardly ever unless his his blood sugar got too low. So he avoided that. And even when he, you know, got COPD, he quit smoking. So he unfortunately, it would like take something to happen to him, and then he would stop doing certain things, right? I'm glad that my dad at least had that much discipline to say, okay, let me stop now that we've got to this point. So I've seen some people that be on oxygen tanks still trying to smoke cigarettes and shit. And people who are diabetics still trying to eat cake and ice cream and all that. So at least I'll give my dad credit there. But yeah, with blood pressure being an issue, one of the last conversations I had with my dad was, he wanted me to put some seasoned salt on some food that I was helping him make. And I'm like, Dad, come on, man. Like, I put some on there, and he was like, put some more. And I was like, come on, Dad, that's a lot. Like, the blood pressure high, you take medication for it. And he got mad at me for it because he wanted me to keep putting the salt on there. You see what I'm saying? I was like, Dad, come on. Like, I don't even feel comfortable putting all the salt in your damn food. You know what I mean? So, that's not how I interact with my dad. But basically, I let him know, like, come on, Dad. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm not doing it, Like, here, you take this and you can put this shit on your own food. Like, I'm not, because then I'll feel like I'm part of the reason why he still got the issues going on. I don't want to fucking put that shit on my dad's food. So, my dad, man, he sat around after that. It was like a few days later after that day in particular, right? When he got mad at me for not wanting to put the salt on his food. And, he ended up in the hospital. And one of the last conversations I had with my dad was basically that conversation. Because he got into the hospital, his blood pressure was too high, and what's it called? They lowered his blood pressure too fast, right? They lowered it down to a normal level too fast. Blood pressure dropped too fast, had a whole bunch of strokes. After having the strokes, man, he had to put a fucking trach into him, through his neck. So he had a hole in his neck. I couldn't tell if he was blind or if he could see because he couldn't speak. And sometimes I would walk in the room to see him in the hospital because I didn't like going to hospitals, man. But I had a real bad feeling about my dad's situation. So I go to the hospital, visit him. And I know it's kind of a sad story, y'all, you know what I'm saying? But bear with me. So I feel like this is pertinent to the conversation here. I go up in the hospital, man, and I'm seeing my dad, and I can't tell where he's looking at. I can't tell if he sees me or what. So from my knowledge, man, my dad probably was blind or partially blind or something. So a whole bunch of shit happened to my dad. All stuff went wrong. And, it was a grueling ass process. So I can speak on this because I went through this personally. And in my mind, I was 24 years old, and I was in the state of mind thinking, okay, my dad, there's something that can happen, man. There's something my dad, he can bounce back from this. Maybe the doctors and shit can help him, all that type of stuff. But ultimately, we had to make the choice to say, okay, we gotta cut it. And you know how fucking tough that is? Because we can't tell if he's ready to go or not. See what I'm saying? We don't know if this person, whether it's somebody that you guys know or somebody in general out there in the world who becomes a so-called vegetable and they stuck. They can't talk, they can't move, they can't do shit for themselves, they can't walk around, nothing, right? You can't know if they're okay or comfortable or if they're just willing to just end it. See what I mean? But the reason why we made the choice we made is because it got to the point where nothing was working. He kept getting worse. And, just out of the fact that we didn't want him to suffer no more, we had to say, okay, let's just let him go in peace. So literally, this is how the process went. They brought him back home, okay, back to his house, because I wasn't living at my parents' house at the time. I had moved out. And, I was on my own. Me and my lady, we were living together. And, the hospital brought my dad home. There was a whole bunch of people there. They was like playing music and shit around them and everything. It was very fucking creepy and weird to me. It was one of the most uncomfortable fucking things I ever saw and experienced in my lifetime. And, my mom was there. My mom was going through it. And I couldn't even understand really for real how I felt for my mom because, I was her husband. So, tough shit, man. But my dad's laying there. We had to keep giving him morphine until he died. They took the breathing tube out, took him off the oxygen supply and all that, and literally he just laid there until he died, until his body just gave up. You know what I'm saying? And I've never told y'all that story on live before. I've kind of paraphrased it and summarized it, but that's basically the detail of it. So in that case, Vantrez, I really don't know. There is no right or wrong answer in that situation because we can't determine how that person feels. But I think at some point you have to make a judgment call and say, well, would you want to go through that? You know what I'm saying? So some people, man, I've heard a situation where people were like not so bad off where they couldn't do nothing, but they could still kind of like operate their arms and legs maybe. And they could fucking, like maybe pull their own plug. I've heard of stories like that. So I think there's a valid reason to maybe say I give up But that's an extreme case, man, Therese. And the point I'm making is, in general, that's not the case for most people. That's very rare. A lot of people don't end up as a vegetable in this world. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I said all the stuff I said earlier. There's always a lesson to be learned from no matter what the fuck you go through, no matter how tough things get. And that's why I also included this, man, Therese. I guess you wasn't paying attention. If you still got your arms and legs, and you can still fucking operate, you can still get around and do shit, then it ain't over. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you can still do stuff, if you can still live your life, it ain't over. Ain't no point in giving up at that stage. Now, if you're a vegetable, that's a whole different fucking thing, and that's a very extreme case. But like I said, in general, there's always something to learn. You know, people just they ended it all, like I said, over a bad relationship. And that, to me, I don't think that's wise. But, you know, it's up to them, man. They're the one that's going through it. At least in that case, man, they can make the choice, you know, for themselves. But I think a lot of times, too, when you're going through something emotional and something's really got you all twisted up with how you feel, it's so powerful that you can't even think straight. And that's why, you know, when it comes to courts and all that stuff, sometimes there's crimes of passion, as they call it. Because people get so caught up in their emotions that it literally dictates their behavior. And that's why I tell people, man, maintain self-control as much as possible. And it's easier said than done, trust me. It's way easier said than done. But sometimes people just need to take a moment when they're going through some shit or dealing with something and just say, okay, what should I do here? Should I let the anger get the best of me? Should I, you know, crash out? Should I do something crazy? Because you gotta look at it like this. What's the outcome that you want? What do you desire? What do you want from the situation? Do you want to just say, fuck it, everybody finna go, me included? You know what I'm saying? Or are you gonna say, you know what, this is shitty and it's messed up, but fuck that person that did this to me, if it's that kind of situation, and just do better, move on, you know, choose better when it comes to people you deal with, people you surround yourself with, and leave it at that. Because if you go ahead and take it to the extreme in that situation, or anything similar to that, you risking everything. You risking your whole future. You know, but some people don't care, I guess. You've seen many situations in the news about that, man. People just do some crazy shit over something that really other people have went through and just didn't handle it that way. I see your point, though, Van Trez. I think that's a good question. Anyway, Avery said, but it's okay. I only freak out sometimes when I see those two dogs around each other. I got you. Yep. I know it was a kind of a deep, you know, serious story that I told y'all, but it was real life. I went through that at the age of 24, man. Lost my dad at 24, and that's exactly how it went. And trust me, it was a lot more than that. You know, the whole fucking process was like right around, it was after it was before Christmas. Yeah, my dad went to the hospital like right around Christmas, and he passed away like early February. So the whole process was like 2.5 months, something like that. And that shit was tough, man. Now that was a low point for me in my life, because even though I understand my dad was suffering and going through some shit, for me I was like, I didn't know how to deal with that. You know what I mean? I never lost somebody that close to me before. I've had, you know, family members die and stuff like that, pass away. But yeah, man, that was something different right there. That was heavy. Don't feel bad for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm a lot older now. I've experienced a lot of things since then, learned a lot of lessons. And you know, it bothers me because I would like to see my dad today and ask him questions, let him meet my son, all that type of stuff. But shit, I can't. Ain't nothing I can do about it. No, I just gotta accept reality for what it is. You know? I think that's why I have such thick skin too, and why I have the perspective I have, I guess, because I've gone through some things, man. And it's more than that. Like I've gone through some shit that's more than just losing my dad, trust me. Especially since then. You see what I'm saying? I went through some tough situations even since losing my dad. And that was back in 2016. Nair said I have attitude problems for real. Well, hopefully you'll get over that. Because, I mean, attitude problems ain't going to get you far in life, Nair. Especially as a female. Whether you're male or female, but definitely as a female, man. Because, you know, you want to be pleasant and be polite. You know, and show respect to the people that show you respect. And definitely never go out your way to be mean or nasty to somebody. For real. It goes out to you and Avery. Hopefully you guys take that serious. Let's see. Travis says it's a mindset thing. Yep. Got to put forth. Wait, you got to put in the effort to change. Exactly. Yep. Where's that? Okay, on to the chat bots. Okay, so you're making progress. You got the emojis taken care of. Avery said, how you talk and play at the same time? I mean, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, you know. But he said, fuck feelings, what would Jesus do? I think that's what that stands for. Yeah, and the whole fuck feelings thing is easier said than done as well, because like I said, feelings can be very powerful and very, very influential, you know, so. But just as much as possible, that's why I tell y'all, man, my best advice is just maintain self-control as best as you can. And if you are a person, whoever hears this shit, if you're a kind of person that you think or know that you lack self-control, you need to work on that. Because you could end up creating problems for yourself just because of how you react and how you handle things. You can create a lot of issues in your life and give yourself a very troublesome, difficult life unnecessarily. Just for lacking self-control, just as something simple as that. You know? So some people go to therapy and shit like that. Some people meditate, but you have to choose what path is best for you. But in general, what I'm saying is something that needs to be worked on. And nobody's going to be perfect. Some situations are going to really spark people more than others. Yeah, so-called is the word they use, trigger. Some people are going to be triggered by shit easier than others. Some situations might really, really, really trigger you. But as much as you can, man, maintain self-control straight up. Darren said he looks at the chat and then play the game, I think. Yeah, back and forth. I'm trying to think about where the fuck I'm supposed to go right now, though. I don't even remember. Pretty sure it's this way, right? Let's see. Okay, good, cool, let's see. Avery said my great-grandmother is 84. She's a weird person. Oh my God, girl, you so skinny, you need to gain weight. Gains weight, you get a little fat. I almost start crashing out. Well, no comment. Like I said, I watched my mom's dementia killer, hospice. Yep. And that's tough. My condolences go out to you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? And that's real tough, too, because that's a long, long process. That could be many, many years. I've had grandparents go through shit like that. And they almost completely change as a person. You go in there talking to them, man, they almost not remember who you are. They don't remember your face sometimes. Shit, I've seen people, you know, it never happened to me, but I've seen people in my family who had, you know, people that was like losing their mind like that, having dementia and Alzheimer's, all that, and end up like, you know, doing stuff to them. Like start fighting them. You know what I mean? Just start straight fighting them out of nowhere. And it's like, what the fuck? Like this, they be like, it's me. And they're like, well, they don't know because their mind ain't there, right? You know what I'm saying? Dementia is fucking, it's a very sad thing. That person starts to change dramatically. You know, they forget they even forget who they are. And that's fucking really damn terrible and sad to see. It really is. So yeah, my condolences. Yep, hospice at home, yep. Yep, that's what it was like with my dad too. I mean, you know, he wasn't there that long before he passed, but still. A hospital situation was probably the worst thing though, because of fucking going up in there and seeing nurses that didn't really care. They were just there for a fucking paycheck. I mean, that shit made me really not like the hospital industry, medical industry in general. Because I would go up in there, man, and that's why I always tell y'all too, I'm a big advocate for people that go into the medical field that actually care about people. Because seeing people that you love go into a hospital because, you know, they get sick or something happens to them, yeah, maybe there's some things that they did that led them there, but at the same time, once they're there, now you're looking to other people to help out, right? So what's worse? You know, being in the hospital with people that, you know, well, you don't want to be there. I'll say it this way. It's a big fucking problem to be in a situation where you're relying on the care of other people and they're just there for a fucking paycheck. You see what I'm saying? They're just there because it's their job and they got to clock in for how many hours a day. And when they get done with their job, they go home and don't think nothing about it. Right? They don't even think nothing about it while they're there. You know, what made me fucking pissed off is I would hear overhear nurses saying little shit, you know, talking to each other about my dad and shit. And I'm like, bitch, like what? How about you just get the fuck up out here? Like, I don't even, and I would tell them to their face, like, I don't want you in here. Get somebody else. And I was 24 doing this, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to cuss their ass out, because like I told y'all, I'm very nice until, like, somebody takes it there with me. But see, given the fact that they didn't do nothing to me directly, I maintained myself, but trust me, I had a lot that I wanted to say. I was like, you don't get your funky ass, you stupid fucking fat head bitch. Get up out of here, man. Like, I had a lot that I wanted to say, but I knew it wasn't gonna help nothing. You know what I mean? And just in the case that I got to not be there, which I wasn't there, you know, all the time. My mom pretty much stayed up at the hospital with my dad a lot of time, but you know, I wanted them to not be like, oh yeah, you know, fuck this dude because his son cussed me out, so, you know, I'm gonna take it out on him. You see what I mean? Because some people are just evil and stupid like that. Some people are really that damn stupid and evil, where because you did something to them, now they're gonna, like, you know, do something to something or somebody you care about. See what I'm saying? It's sick and it's twisted, but people are like that, man. People are like that, so I keep all that shit in mind. I keep all that in mind, man. I take a lot of stuff in consideration when it comes to my daily life, straight up. Some stuff that maybe some people overlook, but, you know, it's not for me to even care or worry about. Let's see. Yeah, it is heavy, Travis. I mean, but you know about that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Travis knows about that, man. He was around when I was going through it, so he knows what it was like for me, man. That shit was crazy. That shit was real crazy. But luckily I had you and some other of my friends around at the time, so I appreciate y'all. You guys definitely helped me get through it, you know what I mean? Because losing a parent, I don't care how old you are, even losing a parent when you're like 67 years old is tough. But when you're young, you know, some people lose their parents when they're teenagers and stuff, but like when you're young and you spend time with this person and they mean a lot to you, and then you lose them before you even get to really, you know, enjoy and get all the most out of life with this person, it can crush you, man. It really can. It can put you in a bad state of mind, you know. Andrew says, I feel it anyway. We should probably change the subject before she gets too depressed. Before she gets too depressing. Avery said, I'm sorry you went through that. I mean, listen, it is what it is. It's life. It's life. Nara said, I'm so sorry to hear that, Aaron. I hope you're okay. I mean, you know, like I said, I appreciate y'all, man. I'll just say that. I appreciate y'all. But look, sometimes you have to go through tough things to become the person that you are today. And everyone today is the sum of all their experiences, if you think about it. Everything you guys went through today, man, brought y'all to the point you're at now. For the good, you know, for the good or the bad, basically. See what I'm saying? So, you know, just always try to take the bad for what it is and learn the most you can from it. That's basically the message I'm hoping you guys take from everything I was talking about. Yeah, real talk, bro. Thank you, buddy. Avery said, great grandma, you need to learn Spanish and be a part of our culture. No, I'm not learning Spanish, old lady. Also, you got, so like what, you're Hispanic? What's everybody mixed with in the chat, man? Let's see if we got like the world up in the chat, man. All the different cultures people come from and all that. Yeah, what y'all mixed with out there? Because I'm pretty sure nobody in the chat is all one thing. I don't think most people alive nowadays are. You know what I mean? Pretty sure most people nowadays got at least, you know, 2 or more races in, mixed in their heritage. You know? But also, I gotta fight this thing. I'm tripping. I'm just kind of on autopilot right now. God dang. Alright, let me bust out the car then. That's what we're gonna do here. Avery said, I'm just kind of expecting my dad to pass. I mean, he's a smoker, don't really know what to think of that. I mean, listen, it'll happen, but if you smoke, it'll probably happen sooner than later. You know? That's the unfortunate thing about it. Because anything that people do that's bad for their health, it can definitely rapidly bring upon their passing. Faster than it would if they just didn't do nothing. And some people say dumb shit all the time, saying, oh, I could just go outside and get hit by a bus tomorrow looking ass. It's like, shut your stupid ass up. In the case that you don't, though, do you want to be fucked up health-wise until that happens? You see what I mean? Like, let's just say a person that walks around not taking care of themselves and mistreating themselves, says some stupid shit and has the whole viewpoint of like, oh well, why try to be healthy and why try to do all this shit and deny myself of all these things I love to do just because I could just go out there and get hit tomorrow looking ass. It's like, idiot. You know what? Just because you said that, now God's gonna give you such a long ass life and just make you fucking go through all the stupid shit you put yourself through, just to show you, okay, you're an idiot. You know what I mean? Straight up. Because like I said, what's the point in going through life? Let's say if you live a very long life and nothing ever happens to you that, just abruptly ends it, right? Why would you want to suffer and feel like shit every day of your life? And I always tell y'all, man, you guys are going to do what you want to anyway. I'm not judging you off. You want to eat fucking snacks every day, eat snack cakes and all this stuff, drink a bunch of alcohol, smoke a bunch of cigarettes, all that type of stuff. That's up to you. You got to live in that body, not me. But the basic of what I'm trying to say is, right, the whole basis of what I'm trying to say is if you want to feel your best and look your best and all that type of stuff, you got to take care of yourself. I think that's common sense. Ain't nothing wrong with indulging every now and then, enjoying yourself from time to time. There's things you like to do that are not good for you. Do them when you want to, but like do them in moderation. You know what I mean? If you want to do them every day, then maybe not do them as often as you want to. Because I mean, shit, people can't drink alcohol every day. People can't do this and that every day because it will catch up with you. If you did it every now and then, it's still not good, but it's not as bad if you were fucking doing it all the time. I've met and seen people who be smoking cigarettes like a pack or two a day, and I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy, Like, I don't know how the fuck you could do that. Because I've smoked before, I told y'all that, and I couldn't breathe, you know what I mean? And our dumbass sitting up here still doing it. I'm like, no, okay, let's cut this out. You know what I mean? I got stuff I'm trying to do in my lifetime and stuff I'm trying to accomplish, and if I cut my life short because I just want to smoke, well, that's a dumb trade-off, isn't it? That's a real dumb trade-off. That's a real dumb trade-off, man. To say I'm going to sacrifice all the stuff I want to do and how good I could feel just because I want to smoke. That's super stupid. Hold on a sec, y'all. guys can drink till your liver fails, or you can smoke till your lungs fall out your body. You know what I'm saying? But you have to make a choice and say, well, what do I want? You can't have both. You can't have like good health and be in great shape and have good energy levels and feel great all the fucking time and drink and smoke, right? Or eat a bunch of shitty food. You're not gonna have it. It's not gonna ever happen. I don't care who you are. And even if you have good genetics, your body can probably resist it for a while. You probably have a high tolerance for some bullshit to throw into your body. But at some point, your body will, give way. You see what I'm saying? Your body will gain the weight. Your organs will start to suffer behind it. Your mood will be affected by all type of shit. So it's up to you to say, you know what? What do I want out of my life? What kind of life do I want to live? How do I want to feel? You want to wake up feeling like shit, or you want to wake up feeling great, ready for the day? That's the whole point I'm trying to make. Especially like this. Listen, pay attention to what you put into your body and how it makes you feel, okay? That's a big takeaway from what I'm saying. And, it's a whole different subject we don't move on to now. But when you think about it like this, it'll help you out a lot, okay? If you notice that when you consume certain things, whether it's something you're drinking, something you're using or exposing yourself to, eating, whatever the fuck it is, something you might have did, you know what I mean? Maybe you pushed it too hard in the gym and then you feel bad for the next day or two. Then maybe, okay, maybe not push it as hard. Just push it more than what you're used to, but not so hard that you break your body down, as an example. Or if you wake up hungover, you drank too much the night before, maybe don't drink that much or drink at all. You know what I'm saying? If you notice you're a smoker and you fucking can't breathe, then maybe you shouldn't be smoking. For sure, I would say that. But you might be overdoing it somewhere, man. Like, there's all things to be taken from this. If you certain kinds of food and you feel tired immediately afterwards, then maybe you either ate too much food or ate the wrong kind of food. And I think most people can tell the difference between the two. You see what I mean? You're not going to eat a bag of hot Cheetos and think, oh, maybe I ate too many hot Cheetos. No, you ate hot Cheetos. It's not fuel. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't got nothing else to eat and that's all you got to eat, totally understandable, right? But if you got food to eat, or you have the option to go buy healthy food, but you choose to get some shit like that just because you want to for convenience, well, I mean, you're kind of asking for trouble. You know what I mean? That's basically what I'm trying to say. Because you're making a choice there, and then that means you're okay with the outcomes, whether they're good or bad. Straight up. Somebody said throne. What that mean? Throne? Nair said, like, if someone says something I don't like, I'm crashing out. Like, no, that's not the way to handle that. If someone says something you don't like, you're crashing out. No, Nair, that's not wise. Trust me. That's a real silly way of going about life, man. I'll tell you that right now. Do not make that mistake. Because look, people think, okay, because I'm a girl or because I'm young, I can crash out and act how I want to, and there's no consequences. No. You will go through some bull. Trust me. And I'm not going to think that you are that way, Naira, but I'm just saying anybody in general, for sure. When you throw tantrums or anything, or you act out as a response of things you don't like, you ain't going to get your way. You ain't going to get your way at all. You know what I'm saying? When he said my mom only remembered me and God, oddly enough. Well, that's amazing. That's definitely amazing. Avery said my worst fear is getting dementia, or one of my family members getting that. Now look, in that case, Avery, some people are genetically predisposed to getting that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some people that, even though they may live a healthy lifestyle, they have a slighter, higher chance of developing that as they get older. But if that is something you're worried about, then just as much as possible throughout your entire lifetime, avoid stuff that can add to that. See what I'm saying? Like, if there's new studies that come out that say, like, oh, this causes dementia, or it causes onset dementia, or like this can affect it down the road, make it to where you might be more likely to have it, then even if it's something you like, just be willing to give it up unless you're okay with getting dementia. See what I'm saying? But if you live a healthy lifestyle, take care of yourself, and do things to keep your mind active, then the chances of that are lower. You know what I mean? Than it would be if you were the type of person to say, I'm just going to eat a bunch of junk food, just trash my body, be lazy, and just kind of lay around and do nothing. Those kind of people, man, are the ones who have the amyloid plaque build up in their brain quicker. You know what I'm saying? Look into it, y'all. Look into it. Do a lot of research. If you have any type of health concerns or anything you're worried about, whether you're going through it now or you're worried about it down the road, do some research, man. Do extensive research. Don't just go with the first damn thing you see. Look it up. Like, take the time and learn as much as you can about it. Straight up. That way you're equipped with some information and some knowledge, and you can, maybe act accordingly. You can start to change your lifestyle, maybe make certain decisions that prevent problems down the road, or at least fixes the ones that you're going through now. Like I said, man, nobody should suffer unnecessarily. That's idiotic to me. Straight up, especially if you can do something about it. Let's see. Nair said, like, real talk, I'm learning a lot in the stream right now. Real talk, like, for real. Well, that's good. That's part of the reason why we stream, you know what I mean? Especially the game thing. The music thing is totally different. But when it comes to the game streams, that's a big priority over here. That's why I like to get in certain conversations with y'all about different things, because I feel like maybe there's some advice that I could give you guys, or just some, a perspective in general, a certain take. Like, I give you guys my take on stuff. Whether you agree with it or not, at least we'll give you another perspective. That's all. Avery said, yes, I like his points. Very informative. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Okay, Avery's Hispanic. Who else, man? Who else we got up in the chat? What was everyone's ethnic background? I'm curious. We're taking this down for demographic purposes. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to see who our audience is on the channel and all that. Travis said, yes, sir. Shit, we're practically family. Shit. Yeah, no doubt, bro. Me and you grew up together. Straight up. We're practically family. I agree with that. So, shit, you my back during my dark periods? Yep. Yeah, me and you both went through some stuff, man. You know what I mean? We both went through some crazy shit. But no, it's always a blessing to have people like that in your life, that when you go through things, they're there for you. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to, treat you differently. You know what I mean? They're going to be there for you and help you out wherever they can, man. And I definitely can say that Trav's one of those people. And I hope he looks at me the same way. Okay, Avery's Hispanic and Irish. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm not Hispanic, even though some people think I am. But no, I'm part Irish, part black, part French, Native American, I think to be specific, it's Ethiopian. That's the black side of me. Hebrew and all that. But see, I'm not Jewish. I don't practice a religion, but my ancestry is Hebrew. Absolutely. Bunny said, I'd love to see this love and closeness. Yep, same here. Bunny said, I'm so white I reflect the sun. Well, I remember for the most part what you are, Bunny. You know what I'm saying? I believe you said Scottish, Italian, Sicilian, right? I think I'm correct on that. Nair said, if you need someone to talk to, Aaron, I'm here for you. I appreciate that, Nair. I'll keep that in mind. Avery said, my dad's quitting, so whatever. That's good. That's a big deal. Because once you start smoking, man, to quit is tremendously difficult. You know what I mean? It's very, very damn difficult. That's why I tell people that never have messed with cigarettes or nothing. Anybody who's never done nothing to their body like that, in that kind of way, don't start. Don't ever mess with it. Because you don't want to accidentally get hooked on some shit that you know is bad for you, that could kill you and destroy you. And now you got to fight against yourself to just keep yourself from doing it. That's not a battle you want to put yourself in. You know what I mean? That's just, I was dumb for doing it. And I would say that anybody else is dumb for doing it too. You know what I mean? I'll hold myself the same standard I'll hold y'all. Uh, Avery said, yeah, like I've never messed with vaping and cut off all my friends who did that. That's good. Yeah, because if you got people around your age that's vaping, man, you don't need to be around them no way, because that's just, shit. If they doing it at that age, man, they're just some bad kids, straight up. That means they're too curious for their own good. They try and do adult stuff, and they shouldn't be. 2 out of 2 equals a whole. Oh, look at this. No. Well, yeah, that's true. Wouldn't it be? Yeah. She kind of got you there, buddy. I guess it'd be 1/4 Irish, then like what? It would be shit. 1/4 Polish, and then like 2/4 of something else, right? Like that's how that math would be. But I get what Buddy was saying. I get what she was saying. She's more Polish and Sicilian than anything. And the Irish is kind of just in there. Yeah, does anybody else know what their ethnic background is? 'Cause I know a lot of people probably don't. A lot of people don't know their ancestry, and I get that. If you guys know, man, share it in the chat. I'm curious. Like I said, like if someone says something that would make me mad on purpose, I'm going to do something about it. What would you do, though, Nair? Give an example. I'm talking about everybody in the chat, Nair. Everybody, all y'all. What's y'all background? What nationality, ethnicity, whatever? What's your family heritage like? The fuck, did you hear that? This little car just dinked on it. It didn't even hit it. It didn't do no damage. See, that's a problem. That's a big problem. That's a big problem. Maybe you have to come back from behind. Shit, this fucking car, bro. I told you this car is so stupid. Oh, we're dead. We're dead.
Oh no!
Look at this bullshit. Let's see. Clock that T, Aaron. Clock that T. Yep. Clock that T, so to speak, I guess. Yeah. I'll just keep it real, man. Avery said, you're not that good at math, huh? Not really. Shit, I've told y'all that. I'm not a mathematician, man. Not at all. What the fuck? Come on, man. Look at this. I'm stuck on this shit. Like, I'm smart. I'm very intelligent, but math is not my strong point. And I have no problem admitting that, man. I'm good at a lot of different things, but math ain't one of them. Straight up. Props to everybody who knows how to do math out there. I think that's a great skill to have. But shit, I just rely on the calculators, man. Thank God for those, right? Like, at least I know how to do formulas. I know how to break down things to get to numbers I want to. But, yeah, doing numbers in my head, yeah, I ain't got no time for that shit. Fuck no. I ain't got time to be writing down fucking equations on paper and all that. No, hell no. Boy, I hated math in school. I hated it. Straight up. We're going to have to come up with a different strategy here. Maybe we can't fight this thing right now, though. That's what I'm thinking. Shit, I'm finna look this up, y'all. What would y'all call this thing? The big monkey robot on what level is this? Spectre's Factory. Okay. Avery said you're 1% African. What? How you know? What you did, like the ancestry thing? That 23andMe or some shit? 1%. Larry said trying to do the right thing, but you trying to test me, bro. Say it to my face and see what's going to happen, bro. I mean, that's what you would say. Yeah. Listen. I wouldn't antagonize nobody. You see what I mean? That's how you get into problems. Straight up. Like, I'm not to get too far off in this subject, but if you guys have heard about the situation with the little Carmelo Anthony kid, how he took out the other kid from the school, right? In that situation, I'm not gonna go into a whole lot of details, but you know, basically from the story that the public has heard and what we know about right now, you know, they were kind of having some type of tension between them because one was sitting in a place that they didn't want him in. They told him move and go back to the side where you were supposed to be, basically, right? Because they're from different schools. He's like, okay, I'm sitting on the other school's side, all this type of shit. And basically, long story short, They get into it over something real stupid, in my opinion. And one of them feels threatened because there's more people than he's by himself, basically. There's more of them than it is of him. And so as a result, he's like, yo, you know, if you wanted to go there, basically, then we can go there. Like, touch me and see what happens. And when you do shit like that, you're asking for trouble, because some people are like, they're looking for an excuse to fight, right? And I'm not going to say who was right and who was in the wrong, because the details are still coming out about that shit. It's still an ongoing case and all that. But ultimately, you know, when you're not looking for trouble, you don't antagonize nobody. You see what I mean? So it just goes to show you that anybody who's like, yeah, touch me, see what happens, or like, yeah, all this bullshit, like, you know, if you want to go, we can go. When you do stuff like that, man, you're looking for trouble. You're looking for a problem. You're looking to fight. Maybe it's because you want to let out some frustration. Maybe you feel like it's something you're justified in doing. But, you know, I'll fuck somebody up if I have to. But do I look for fights? No, not at all. Like when I told you that story about the dude that at my valet job that got in my face, that tall ass Australian dude, hella tall. This dude was like 6'5", and I'm only 6 foot tall, right? The dude was towering over me. He ran up to me, and I said something smart, and he didn't like it. So he came up and got in my face, and this dude was like probably in his 40s. You see what I mean? At the time of this happening, I was like maybe, I was probably like 27 years old, 26 or 27. And so this dude that's almost twice my age runs up to me, some foreign dude runs up to me, he's taller than me and everything, runs up on me, gets in my face and was like, what did you say? And I repeated what I said because I'm not afraid. And what I said wasn't wrong. It might have been a smart response, you know what I mean? As far as like, you know, being snarky. But what I said wasn't wrong. And I wasn't even disrespecting him. I just was telling him what was up. But he got mad. He didn't like what I had to say because he was already in a bad mood. See what I'm saying? But see, he acted in a bad way. He fucked up. Now, if I was looking for trouble, I would have been like, all right, come on, bro, touch me and see what happens. But what I did tell him is I said, hey, man, listen, you need to get out of my face. I'm not the one, man. And that's way different than saying touch me and see what happens. Because touch me, see what happens is almost like a threat. It's a veiled threat. It's saying like, all right, you know, if you wanted to go there, I'll fuck you up. Like go ahead. It's almost like asking them to hit you. You know what I mean? Because some people they take that the wrong way and they say, well, this person is not, you know, they're not going to whoop my ass, right? So, okay, touch me, see what happens. It's just, it's poking the bear, basically, is what I'm trying to say. You know, just to save fucking time, for lack of a better term, it's poking the bear. You start in trouble for no reason. But when the dude came up in my face like that, I just told him, I said, hey, bro, I'm not the one, man. I'm not the one. And I didn't make no threat. I said, just don't go there with me. For real. Like, let's not even fucking do all this. You go your way, I'm gonna go my way. You know what I'm saying? Shit's unnecessary. But I let him know that to let him know, like, I'm not gonna just run away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tripping right now. You the one that's fucking up. You know? Now, if I was in the wrong, I wouldn't even said nothing to him. I'm like, all right, I'm the one tripping. I ain't got not even a leg to stand on. I can't even talk right now. You know what I'm saying? I would have said shit. So some people got nerve, man. Some people ain't got a leg to stand on. They can't talk. They ain't got no room to talk, but yet they still got some shit to say. You know, and I get it. I get it. Everybody's been there. But for the ones who are young in the chat especially, I just tell y'all, man, listen, avoid trouble wherever you see it. Whether it's something you're about to get involved in directly or something that you see going on and happening, just stay away from it, man. It may seem interesting, it may seem fun, it may seem exciting to some degree, but trust me, it could snowball effect. You know, it can have a snowball effect. It could turn into other shit. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff that you don't want to deal with. Trust me. I've been in a lot of interesting situations in my lifetime. I'll just put it that way. Let's see. Avery said, I hated reading because I just can't get it, and no one freaking helped me because the school system sucks. Yep, I understand that. Yeah, school system does suck, man, at least for now. Hopefully that'll change down the road. And it's worse now than it was when I was in school, for sure. But I believe it'll change, man. Because if it don't, shit, I'm homeschooling my kid or putting him in private school, one or two. Avery said, sorry, Nara, you can get beat up for that. Yeah, that's true. Never heard about that. Say, girl, I know how to fight. Well, Nair, just because you know how to fight doesn't mean you should. Think about it. You say you used to get bullied. Yeah, I understand. But yeah, just because you know how to fight doesn't mean you should. Trust me. Look at people who are like world famous boxers and shit, world wrestlers. Do you see them going around trying to fight everybody they see? Now, some of them might have anger problems. That's probably why they got into the line of work to begin with. But a lot of people understand that fighting comes with major consequences, especially once you become an adult. Now, man, it ain't just like, oh, we're gonna have a fair fight. We're just gonna punch on each other and then we're gonna shake hands and walk away. No, sometimes people end up losing their life, or something similar, right? End up in jail, losing their jobs, a whole bunch of shit can happen, man. You can mess up your reputation. A whole lot of shit can happen. It's just negative. Now, if you have to fight to defend yourself, that's one thing. But when you're saying, touch me and see what happens and all this other shit, and you just stand there, if you have an opportunity to walk away from a situation, just walk away. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It doesn't make you a coward or a punk or anything like that to just say, I'm smart enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna walk away from this to live to see another day. You know what I'm saying? But if you're being jumped on and actively being attacked, yeah, defend yourself. Beat the hell out of them. I would tell that to all my kids. If someone puts their hands on you, right, then it's like that for them. But until it gets to that point, de-escalate. You know what I mean? It's way different than somebody who just exchanging words from you and a fight could happen or is about to happen. Just avoid it, man. Just avoid it. Because if ain't nothing actively happening and y'all in the middle of a fight, then there's no point in trying to fight. Straight up. Buddy said, yes, I sent out the shout out Nightbot. Now I can shout people in stream like you. Oh, that's dope. See, that's something I need to learn how to figure out. I need to learn how to do that, the whole bot shit, the AI stuff. I don't know much about it, to be honest. But we're going to learn, man. We're going to learn very soon. Now I said, so I know how to communicate. Well, that's good. That's a good skill to have. It's a way better skill to have to know how to talk to somebody than it is to how to fight somebody. Trust me when I say that. Okay, Avery is basically echoing what I'm saying. Yep, which is good. She said, Nair, I'm sorry, but you don't want to fight. Exactly. I'm talking about a long time ago. Okay. Avery said, quotes from my dad, don't do stupid shit. Fighting and shit is dumb. Move, don't do it. Exactly. Yep. She said, yeah, that's okay. Please don't go looking for fights. Right? Like I said, I got a lot of rage. Always having to hold myself back. Oh, trust me when I say this. I got a lot of rage in me too. But you guys will never know it because of the way I carry myself. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, there's a lot of shit I think about doing. Okay? Don't get it twisted. There's stuff that I encounter sometimes on a daily basis. Sometimes that people might say to me, strangers, all type of shit. Somebody I might come across in real life. And I think about a bunch of stuff I want to do. But the question comes down to it, should I? Is it wise to do it? Is it a smart thing to do? Yes or no? Or even ask yourself, is it a dumb thing to do it? Sometimes the answer is yes to that. See what I mean? Like if it's not going to improve the situation, it's not going to fix nothing, just leave the shit alone. Straight up. And trust me, I got a lot of rage in me too, man. And I think everybody grew up in ways for them to have something to be mad about and then hold on to and have a chip on their shoulder about and rage out over. But it's all about how you deal with it. And I think Money is mature enough to handle her stuff. So props to her for that. Saying she always has to hold herself back. Yeah, man. If anything, that's what makes you a strong person. Anybody who wants to do something crazy, right, but you avoid doing it because you just have some self-control, that's a strong person right there. When you lack self-control, that's a weak person. That's a weak-minded person. Straight up. And you guys, especially if you're young, you will learn that as you get older. The weak-minded people are the ones who are very impulsive, who just do shit just because they feel like it. But the people who are strong, right, the ones who have usually the best potential for their future are the ones who know how to regulate themselves. Straight up. Keep that in mind, y'all. Regulate, self-regulation. Know how to control yourself and your own actions. Because you can't control what other people do, but you can control what you do. Remember that. I understand it's so funny when someone is thinking they so tough and they say you want to fight, and the other person says let's fight, and then the other person would be like, okay, oh, I don't want no problems. I'll just just joking. Yep. I mean, that happens too. Some people just they can talk a lot, but they can't back it up. You know. But it's never safe to assume that somebody's just going to back down just because you challenge them. You know what I mean? Like, try to avoid the fighting if possible. But, like I said, if somebody brings it your way, then handle it as best you can. But as a woman, especially as a female, no, it's very, listen to me when I say this, ladies, it's incredibly unladylike to fight. It is incredibly, it's not feminine, it's very masculine to fight as a woman. All right? Especially if y'all ain't getting paid for it. You're just fighting for no damn reason, making yourself look crazy. So please take what I have to say serious, ladies. Fighting as a woman is not very becoming of you. Okay? It doesn't make you more interesting to a guy. It doesn't make you more attractive to anybody. If anything, it makes people turned off from you. People see that, especially people who might want to do business with you, and see, oh, this person's a problem. They're dramatic. You know what I'm saying? They got a messy life. They got some drama, too much damn drama around them. They don't know how to control themselves. You don't want that type of reputation. As a female, you should never want to get into a fight ever in your life. Straight up. Straight up. So I was talking about when I was getting bullied. No, I got you. But yeah, if you can avoid a fight, man, trust me, just do that. It will preserve your femininity. Okay? It will preserve your femininity. The more you fight, man, the more masculine and tough it makes you, which is not necessarily a good thing. Like I said, I can teach you now. And see, and it helps to have people like Bunny as well, who, kind of been where they're at, right? And as a female can like teach younger women how to like, okay, let's move differently as ladies, you know what I'm saying? A better way to operate. So I think that's good. It's good to have people like you around, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Male version of me that's amazing. Oh yeah, there you go. Ever since my dad's very strong and used to fight, then he got in jail and said to his mom he doesn't belong there. He stopped that shit. Exactly. Sometimes people, they and that's another thing too, man. Some people think that they're tough just because they're strong. And I'm not saying that's what your dad thought, but it might be. That might be the case for him. But sometimes, man, when life smacks your ass down, that's when you realize, oh shit, yep, let me just get my act together. You know what I mean? Sometimes some people need to get the shit knocked out of them by life. I learned their lesson they need to so they can stop the bullshit. A lot of people, man, they think, oh yeah, especially when you're young, man, whether you're a kid or a young adult, a lot of people walk around like their shit don't stink. Like my dad used to say, you walk around like your shit don't stink. Everybody's shit stink. You see what I'm saying? So you walk around thinking you tough and you big and bad. Trust me, there's somebody bigger and badder than you. No matter who you are. No matter who you are. And even if you think you're the biggest and baddest person on earth, and you might be, there's still something that could take you down. See what I'm saying? So there's no point in trying to just go everywhere and prove yourself. Like that, what do you gain from that? See what I'm saying? Like you gain nothing. Whether you're a man or a woman, male or female, it doesn't matter. You gain nothing from going around and trying to, throw your weight around and say, yeah, I'm this big badass person. Yep, I can do this and that. Okay. If anything, all you do is put a target on your back. Straight up. It's better to be strong and people not know than for you to try to go around and advertise it and then somebody try to test you and see how strong you actually are. And then you fucking lose. Get your ass beat or end up, worse. It was 14, yep. I got people in my family right now who are going through, legal troubles and basically being locked up and having to deal with all that because they just hang around the wrong people. They think it's cool. They think they tough. They think they can't be touched. They think that, life ain't going to smack them down like I was saying. And life is going to smack everybody down no matter what. Especially if you walk around thinking, okay, yeah, having this arrogance about yourself. You see what I mean? If you have this big ass ego and you think you're so arrogant that nothing can happen to you, okay, that's when the shit will happen. And sometimes you get smacked down so bad that it scares your ass straight. At least that's the hope, man. That's the hope. You better hope that you learn the lesson you need to and not do that shit again. Because if you listen, this is my firm belief, okay? Some of y'all may not agree with this because some of y'all don't believe in God, and that's all right. That's your damn prerogative. But listen, I have a strong belief that if there's a lesson to be learned and God teaches you a lesson and you suffer from it, if you don't learn that lesson the first time, it's going to be worse the second time around. And so on and so forth. Because that's a lesson you meant to learn. You ain't supposed to keep doing that shit. See what I'm saying? So the punishment is going to be more and more extreme each and every time. Boy, he said, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Yep, that's a fact. I mean, if you're on the side of God, that is, if you're against God, or you just out there thinking that there is no God, you out in the world by yourself, basically. I'm sure that you got some guardian angels that you're unaware of, but it's a whole lot different than if you actually believed or if you had faith. But everybody has their own beliefs, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It's up to y'all, man. I believe what I believe. Y'all gonna believe what you believe. And I've seen enough stuff in my lifetime to believe what I believe for a reason. Definitely experienced quite a bit. Avery said, then him and his homeboy got jumped, but that's a different story. I got you. But I said, no, Warren, you were the male version of me. No, I understood what you meant. I understood exactly what you meant. Our synchronicity is amazing. Yep, I agree with that. He said, do I have a Discord? I do. Normally I'd be dropping a chat for y'all. I forgot today. My bad. Let me see. I think I got to grab a new link for that anyway. Because after a while, maybe like a few days or a week or so, the link that I copied expires. So let me grab that. Give me a second. Glad you reminded me about that, Nair. Appreciate that. up and start my day. I ain't gotta be like, oh man, let me spend 10, 15 minutes in the mirror trying to get my hair together. I used to have to do that type of shit when I was young, man. I hated it. I hated it. Like I said, I just seen that too. Thought he had dreads. No, I ain't got no dreads. No, I ain't got no dreads. I probably never will either. But then again, I guess you can't say, they say never, man. Who knows? Maybe when I'm old, maybe one day when I'm an older man, might do something like that. But no, it is way easier. Way easier to have low hairstyles. Low cut. Yeah, no, I know. I heard you when you say you can't have Snapchat either. I got you. Avery said you met one in real life. Yep. Not ever seen me before. Your forehead was big, so I thought. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I mean, I don't think I got a big forehead, but you know, everybody's perspective on me is different, I guess. Especially if you're used to a certain look on somebody and you see me, maybe I look different than most people y'all see. I don't know. But like I said, I don't think I got a big forehead. Let's see. He was wondering, linked you on Messenger. Let me see. Oh, for the video, thank you, Travis. Thank you, man. Thank you. I almost forgot what we was doing. Thank you for saying that, bro. I really appreciate that. Some of y'all probably forgot in the chat, didn't you, man? Forgot that I was asking about that. Okay, so Futurama Part 2. Let's see how to beat this thing, man. Oh, this is like a whole walkthrough for the whole level. That's what's up. Shout out to Travis, y'all. Put W's in the chat for Travis right now. At Haven Sonata, man. W's at Haven Sonata. Do that for my boy. Yeah, put that shit in the chat for my buddy, man. Straight up. I appreciate this. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Okay. That's whack as hell. All right. Anyway, let's see. Yep, Avery's got a point there with that. Yep. Let's see. Boy said my new blonde has turned out really well, and it's how everyone knows me on Twitch. Okay, I got you. Avery said I don't want to get in trouble, so yep. Appreciate that. What Twitch? Oh, let's put Bunny's channel in the chat right quick. We'll do both of them, man. We'll give some shout outs. Check out Travis's music here. Okay, some of y'all probably didn't know about that, but in case you don't, go ahead and check it out. And then Bunny's channel is this one right here. Okay, so check out both their pages, man. Sub to their stuff. Yeah, man. Show them some love. Bunny doesn't look 40. No, she don't. It's mind blown. What's Twitch? It's an app, streaming app. He said I thought she was fat. Damn. Bunny says bad enough that I had to start over for the third time. Well, that's okay. At least you have the opportunity to start over, you know? And you're going to make it better each time. Yeah, Bunny is pretty, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely something to be happy of and be proud of, you know what I'm saying? Not all women are pretty, unfortunately, you know? It's like not all dudes are handsome, I guess, to some people. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as they say. So, everyone's perspective on beauty, I guess, is different. Let's see. Boy said, weirdos make sure I look good on the camera. There you go. Yeah, Bunny usually streams like later in the evening, I believe. Maybe so also I might just do all my homework today so I don't have to miss the machine tomorrow. I can just have an off day. There you go. I mean, that's a good plan. Get your stuff out the way, get the work out the way today, where you can have some free time. Oh my god, dude, this is so stupid. I hate this. I hate this so much. Come on, man, come on. Let's just try to skip straight over there. Oh no! Jump out, jump out, jump out, jump out. No, man. Okay, we're live. Thank God. Shit. Here we got another monkey over here. We got Red, huh? Did his own brain surgery. Oh boy. Well, yeah, let's see how that works. Let's see if he was successful with that. I mean, he's still alive. The monkey's still alive, so I guess he did something right. Yeah, Bunny says she followed him. And T-Bag's a W. That he is, man. That he is. Bunny says, so I kept the blonde and we'll get a black hair wig in the future. Okay. What's your, by the way, Bunny, what's your natural hair color? My natural hair color, man, I think, I like to tell people it's black, but I think it's more like a really, really dark brown. Matter of fact, when I was a baby, my hair was like kind of reddish, like kind of like an auburn golden color. You know what I'm saying? My son actually has the same hair color right now. His hair definitely has like that golden hue to it, especially out in the sunlight. Now, when you're not in the sunlight, it looks dark, but you know, he got some light hair around his head. But I'm sure that'll change as he gets older. There's like a lot of people. I got a good friend who, when he was kids growing up, his hair was blonde, like straight blonde. And as he's gotten older, his hair turned brown. Now he got Roblox. Bunny said, you guys are so dope. Thank you. No problem. I think we got a good community of people here. Avery said, and also I might miss the stream Saturday and Sunday. All good. I totally understand. Travis said, thanks, y'all. Appreciate the follow, NW. I appreciate the shouts always. As always, fam. No doubt, Travis. No doubt, man. No, I got your back, man. Yeah, Haven is T-Bag. Yep. Haven, a.k.a. T-Bag Music. Say your hair was red, too. Red hair with blue eyes. Oh, you talking about when he was born? Yep. Yeah, man. People's hairstyle or hair color changes. And their skin tone, too. Like, when my son was born, he was, like, pale. Like, he looked white. My son looked white when he was born. Now, he's still very light. You know, he's around my color, but he's, like, maybe a shade darker than me. But he's definitely lighter than his mom. He's definitely lighter than his mom. It's funny, too, because in the hospital when he was born, when we would go up there, because you know he had to go through some things right after he was born. But we'd have to go to his room where they had him at. The nurses had to like double check and be like, "You sure is you like is this, you sure you're in the right room? Like is you're the mother? Like what the hell?" And it's because my son was so light, it didn't look like he came from her. You know, it's pretty funny. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get this monkey right here. Oh yeah, perfect. There we go. See, that's the way to do it. Let's get Rad real quick. The one with the brain surgery. Shit, there we go. Got him. Got him. We need one more, man. That's it. One more. Finally. Now, hold on. Where do we go now? Okay. We got Vanilla S. Webmaster General. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. We gotta find out where he's at. Gotta find out where he's at. Okay, hold on. Let's drop off completely. See, I'm afraid to walk to the edge right here. Shit. Try to get as close as we can without dying. See what's down below. Okay, we got a little platform right here. There we go, there we go. There we go. Come on, robot. See what you got, bitch. Yeah, we got lucky with that boy, because if I got hit, it would have been game over. Well, maybe not. I think we still got some lives left. Shit, see what I'm saying? Fucking robot, dude. Damn it. Where's it at? I'm gonna bust us out. We ain't finna take no chances, man. No chances. Let's get him. Come on. There we go. Got you. Let me get that health. Thank you. And we got one more robot over here that I just saw. Oh, we got two of them. Damn, the shit fell in the lava. Damn it. Oh well. Oh well. That's an oh well right there, boy. That's an oh well. Hurry, hurry. Go, 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 go. Oh, wait. The monkey's over here? Oh, shit. I see you. Shimbo wants some banana. What did it say? Banana soup? Banana soup? Y'all ever heard that shit? Anyway. Come on, Shambo. Right? Shambo? Shimbo. My bad. Come on, Shimbo. Try to cut him off. There we go. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. He ain't that smart. Oh, he running back in. I knew he was gonna run back in there. Damn it. Alright. I got something for you. Boy, that was close. I'm sad. It's over, bitch. Oh, shit. Hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, car. Come on. The damn car's too slow. It's a whack. I can't even see. Okay, good. We're chasing him back this way. That's what's up. Make him jump in the lava. Oh, shit. Oh shit, I'm trying to multitask like a mug right now. Get him. Fuck. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Damn, dog. Cut him off. That monkey tried to punch my car. You're caught. You're caught. Just give up. You're caught. Oh, damn, bro. We almost had him. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's just wait for him to come back around. Let's see. Blank said start off John Benet Blonde over the years, Dirty Blonde. Okay. Avery said Saturday volleyball game 1 p.m. Sunday hanging out with friends. All good. Hope you have a good day Saturday and Sunday, you know. Then he said I heard the nurse looked at my dad and pulled him aside and said I don't think that's your baby. Damn. My dad went, that's 1000% my kid. There you go. Then you said, I want to ask my parents for money, but I know what the answer is going to be. Oh, hell no, go do your shit and I'll give it to you. I mean, listen, I think that's a good way to be. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Your parents trying to hold you accountable and teach you discipline. I think that's excellent. Does that mean the stuff is easy, so I'll be it, but I don't want to? Yeah, just get it done, get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it anyway, right? Blank said, I bet you were a beautiful baby. Yeah, I mean, you know, the wonderful thing about babies, even if they, you know, are not like the cutest baby in the world, they're still cute for the simple fact that they're babies, you know. So everybody's a cute baby, basically, no matter what. Now, do they end up that way when they're older? Not all the time, but you know, like I said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know what I'm saying? But I think a bigger reflection of people's beauty is more so their personality, their characteristics, basically, right? And how they act, how they operate. Fucking monkey dude. Bitch. Come on, dog. This damn monkey's done pissed me off, dude. Stupid ass monkey. Yeah, come on back this way. Hurry up. Look at this dumb ass monkey, bro. Get this monkey, man. Oh my god. Oh, it's over. It's over. It's over. Get him. We did it, y'all. We finally did it.
Yes!
We did it. We did it. We fucking did it. Oh man, thank God. Big W in the chat, man. Big W in the chat. Well, all right, y'all. Let me see. That level took us a long ass time to get through. Okay, wrong way, wrong way.
Hi-ya!
Oh man, I was hoping that we had this unlocked, but we don't. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's it for this stream today as far as this game goes. Okay, but I'll be back shortly if I'm able to, and do a music stream for you all. Okay. But either way, we're gonna be back today with something, whether it's a music stream or the game thing. We're gonna come back because the day ain't over yet, man. It's not over yet. So, do me one last favor before we get up out of here, and like the video on the way out for me if you haven't already. Okay, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. Today, man, hit it today. All right. But yeah, other than that, man, when I see y'all back here later or not, hope everybody, even the ones in the back, man, all y'all in the back as well. Hope you all have a great rest of your morning, evening, noon, or night. All right. Let's read these few last little chats before we get up out of here. Avery said, yeah, I have to do it or I'll be grounded, but you know, it's all right. At least I get the money unlike most of my friends. Yeah, I mean, there's an upside to it. So there you go with the incentive. So yeah, I would do it if I was you. But you got some chores to do too. Yeah, always stuff to do, man. Always stuff to do. It never stops, but that's just how life is. You know, it's a normal thing. Let's just put it that way. And you got mail, head ass. Like I said, we will pray for your return. Oh, I'll be back for sure. Oh, thank you, Avery. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Can we do a game? For sure, I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna do the game for sure. I'm gonna do the game for sure. I'm gonna do the game. I'm gonna try to squeeze in a music stream though if I can, like I said, because I definitely gotta get that out of the way. That's a big priority on this channel. Okay, but the game thing for sure will happen. I got you, Avery. No problem. Good stream, Travis said. Debut stream, Avery said. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, great games. Yes, game stream. Is the stream ending? Yes, it is. Yep, it is, man. It is. It is. But we'll be back, y'all. We'll be back, okay? So with all that being said, y'all, whatever time it is, wherever y'all may be around the world, I appreciate all y'all once again. And until next time, y'all. Peace out.